Yo, welcome in. Notification gang, indeed. Indeed. Welcome in. Getting the tunage rocking here with a couple quick button clicks. All right. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. Good luck on my internet working here. I have not had another issue, but I don't see the issues until I stream usually, so I've been trying to watch it, make sure my internet's been looking all right, but we'll see what's up. We will see what's up. Shout out to all the legends. What's going on? Kasparowski, KC, Darren, AJ, Tay, Doomiverse, Brad Seeley, Profonzo, Tatsumix. What's going on, Bob? Bob. Welcome in. Daniel, Retro, Jordan, James, Jeremy, Lindsay. Welcome, everybody. Mom, yo! Welcome in. Phil's actual mom. That is my actual mom, by the way. Real life. He's about to lay down the band hammer. Anyone talking bad about her baby boy. Hey, what? Nightwings, Mewtwo, yo! Congrats on that. Good morning. Coffee first. Yeah, coffee. Get after it. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon where I'm at, but depends where you're at in the world. I'm still drinking a coffee, though. Cody, Atomic Mantis, welcome in. Zephinex. Okay, shout it out, everybody. Hopped in here for the first little bit. Let's see. Call to arms. I don't know if I have this stuff the way in here. No, this was going to go. Oh, yeah. Over here, I believe. A lot of the stuff I was going to give away, how did it get mixed up with? Maybe I just didn't have enough room. I didn't know what to do with it. Let's put you right there. At some point. Yeah, I do have a bunch of stuff. I mean, I guess I could just get rid of this stuff. Why do I even... I mean, 2 to Amazon maybe. We'll stick that with the other ones I had over here. I had some stuff from earlier on that was like, maybe somebody would want it. I mean, teleport amulet, not a big deal. Never use that. Yeah. Druid torch. Boom. I'm being funny. Oh, I'm always funny. See, Galback knows what's up. Galsback knows what's up. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. So I was just gonna slowly casual slay demons today. Was hosting games on Friday. Didn't get a stream in over the weekend. I should have, but I'm lazy Phil nowadays, I guess. Oh, Galback, good news. Good news. I got the new spout on the bathtub in, and it's working right. Good news, huh? Quite the handyman we have here. Paper cut, welcome in. Impressive indeed. Yeah, most people, anyone who's ever done that in chat, they're probably like, Phil, is that really a big deal? It is when your house is like mine. Everything's built right, but just almost not right. Is Astrian still sought after? It doesn't really get used hardly ever, so I'd say not really. It's more just sought after, or like people try to hunt and find the rare stuff in the game. Is from if there's some use for it on. I mean, any weapon works. What am I trying to say? There's no like builds I know that's like the one that everyone pays up to get. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Haven't started a new season yet, but would it be dumb to not play the Warlock? Dumb? No, I mean, no, it's not dumb. You do whatever you want for funsies, right? For most people, it's one of those things, and I mean, I'm no different either. Like, they just added in something new. It's like very common for people just to play what the new thing is, right? To try it out, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just another Grail item then? Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's... Unless there's something I'm completely forgetting about. Finally dove into the season. Made an Amazon and then a Boazon. You say, Tarlin, huh? Well, best of luck. Hopefully you get some sick drops coming in. Hopefully. Incoming Sunder? I doubt it. I would bet a lot of money that I'm not going to find a Sunder Charm. Like, a lot. I would bet $1,000 at 10 to 1 that I'm not going to find a Sunder Charm. Or what is that? Minus 1,000? I forget how the odds work. Owie, what's going on? Favorite place to farm polearm bases on single player? Well, no Magic Find Cows is kind of everyone's that they say go to. I generally, just because of I like going out and finding the uniques and stuff, and I just go to the places to find uniques and stuff, and then like cross my fingers to find Runeward bases as well. So that's just me, though. It's not the like this is the fastest possible way to find it, you know. Also, though, for ethereal polearms, like for insight and stuff like that, if you want to find things like griffins and D-web and stuff like that, or furs and jaws and things like that, you're gonna find your ethereal polearm well before you find that other stuff. So that's why I hunt that stuff and I find the other stuff along the way. Lil Steve, welcome in. So this is online ladder, but I just decided to just be chill and play solo today and not worry about whatever. I don't know. Just didn't feel like having to, you know, not that it was some huge deal, but then I got to see when people are done and I got to pay attention to what items drop because someone else will grab it super quick and it's harder to read chat like that. And, you know. I'm not sure if I'm going to terrorize a few acts or something or what I'm going to do today. I have no idea. Just hopping on and trying to have a good old time. Nova Kane saying he's a big fan of the Cast Sanctuary for bases. Definitely a good one. Behind here already, man. Comments flying in, love. Appreciate y'all. Had to replace the sink pipes a while back. Yeah, pipe stuff. I mean, I can replace like the trap and things like that. I replaced the sink and put in a small vanity in the half bath. But this you know, super old houses. My house was built in like the 60s, so everything's done wrong, and like it's done just right enough so that everything works, you know. Pretty much what happened is I think they said, hey, put the pipe in the wall so that it sticks out like 1 inch from the wall, and they said, okay, we'll do that. And then they put the pipe in so it sticks out 1 inch from the wall, and then they put the like cement on the wall and the tile on the wall, and it's thick tile, so the pipe is like even with the front of the tile, and it also didn't cut out around it either. It's so crazy. Well, anyway, it's not that crazy, but it's exactly what it sounds like, I guess. Hard to read chat because Twitch is here. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate all the chatters. Bob saying it's definitely okay not to play Warlock since it's definitely going to get nerfed. Hey, who knows? Maybe it won't. Everybody loves how every single skill in the Warlock is like busted. Everybody loves it. So, who knows? Thunder Charms are a myth. Yeah, no, I'll start finding them when I go to sing. Thunder Charms are going to be 1 trillion times easier to find on offline single player than they are online. Just a trillion. You know, being able to set the players count, and when players count is the hugest thing to affect it, you know. And also, you're not gonna have to split the Sunder Chime drops with the people you're like playing with, essentially. So you're only gonna have to do like 2 game clears yourself, instead of having to do like the full game clears with a party and then having like, oh, here's a Sunder Chime. Whose is it this turn? You got one? Okay, now next time is my turn to get one when one drops. You know, it's not like that, you know. Or who knows how, you know. Or you do in public games and the Sunder Chime just never drops in your area. Someone else always gets the Ire pops up and then they get the Herald to spawn by them and they always got the Sunder Chime, so they get like 5 and you don't get any. Because as soon as the Ire pops up, they just spam teleport around the whole map until Herald spawns and then they just get that Herald and leave. Something like that. Oh man, the Heralds is so sketch. We'll see what they end up doing with it, because I don't know. There's like nobody that likes the Herald at like the way it is. So hit that like button, retro. Good point. Yeah, even Mosaic didn't get nerfed. This is true. They didn't nerf it. They just don't let you make it on ladder anymore. This is true. They didn't even nerf that because they didn't want to upset people. Because people love their mosaics too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It is wild that it was like, hey, this mosaic, it only takes a couple of mid runes and you can wreck the entire game with the hardest content in like one shot. And then they're like, yeah, that's too powerful. We need to keep that out of ladder. Here's a character that you can make all your gear Act 1 of Nightmare difficulty and wreck all the content, hardest content in the game. Kind of crazy. Having house constant renovation projects, then you die, says Jordan. This is not wrong. It's ridiculous having to always fix stuff, and hopefully it's gonna die down for me, because I gotta fix my yard from having to replace the pipe going out to my septic tank last year. Dig it up with a backhoe. So it's a bunch of dirt. Where are we at here? 1,000 den runs when? I'm not doing that again. Big respect on the rest. Can't read. ROTW. Feedback video. FOMO stuff in the Heralds and Ancients needs to go. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that's obviously what I think. It's hard to make those videos and then say what you realistically think is going to happen while also saying what you want to happen and what you think is wrong with what it is. I don't think I mentioned it in that video, or I might have forgot. I don't think they're going to get rid of any of that stuff. But I really wish they would. Because they are intentionally trying to get people to FOMO to play when they weren't going to play before. Like that's like a business model that they're going for, to get more playtime in the game, to get their analytics up or whatever. So, yeah. But it's almost like the closest, I just thought of this now. The closest analogy to that, FOMOing people into playing when they don't want to play, and like that's the way that you're gonna get. It's almost like clickbaity, you know what I mean? Like that's almost what it is. Like on the same level as clickbaiting people. Not like really clickable titles, but you know, where it's straight up a lie, you know what I mean? Ooh, Ogrex, gotta check that. Boy, I'm way behind the chat. Sorry, I scrolled up to try to catch up, and then I can't read fast enough, and I get even further behind. Do forgive me, legends. Why nerf Mosaic when Warlock exists? I mean, I guess that's true. Man, I haven't heard it, but yeah, imagine the people who are like, what, you got rid of my Mosaic that I love and you put this in the game? 2000, I think I actually want to keep that. This is 10 times more powerful with even worse gear. Maybe not, it's not 10 times more powerful, but you know what I mean. FOMO baiting just sounds dirty. Maybe. There you go, blueberries. Yeah, maximizing retention. That is a very corporate way of wording it. Yes, Maximizing retention. Play a game with your kids? No, you got to get on that terror zone right now, sucker. Ha ha. Jeez. Appreciate you, Grilla. Not interested in Warlock or Terror Zones? I get you. I get you. I do hate this hit. Yeah, whatever. We'll keep doing it. Whatever. Pretty soon here, I gotta decide when. I'm gonna transfer my characters to at least so I can have the shared stash and stuff. And then I'm gonna be jumping back to single player here pretty soon. Just get back to my normal grind, you know. It's gonna be so nice getting back to doing the normal stuff instead of doing this stuff. I will be doing a little bit of I'll probably try to get a Sunder on single player. The Sunders probably aren't going to be hard to get. The thing too is I'm still having all of the Sunder chimes that I've already found on offline single player, right? So yeah. Single player Grail height. Yeah, and that's the thing too, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I was trying to make every rune word and then they dropped this patch. This DLC. And oh boy. Now what am I gonna do? Am I still gonna try to make every rune word? I'll just like I thought I finished the Grail, but they added more. So let's go! Like that'll be the premise or something. So I'll have to find the new unique items, the new set items and stuff. I appreciate your crown. Appreciate your crown. Yeah, I just kind of heard about that, and I was like, man, that is so sick. I got to make sure everybody hears about that. Great takes. Find Laura. Appreciate you about my takes on the. Yeah, that video I literally sat and like watched over like 15 times because there was actually several parts. Hopefully you guys take this the right way or whatever. There's several parts that I cut out of it because I was a little bit too animated. But I really, really, you know, I feel like I got my point across that I didn't like it without seeming like I was just irate, angry guy, you know what I mean? As much as I could. And I almost went back and re-recorded some of it, but I was like, yeah, I'll get it. El Chupa Cabra says their Sunders are hard to get on single player too. Well, if the numbers are right, I should only have to do a couple of full game clears to find one. And like for somebody like me, and also too, it is important to point out, the Sunder Charms are going to be astronomically better and easier to get for YouTubers and streamers than it will be for the average person. Just astronomically. Because I can stream for 8 hours every day, every single day, you know what I mean? Most people can't do that. Yeah, I could be, I'm not like streaming every day until I find every Sunder Charm. Like I could do that easily. But normal people can't do that. Five full game clears, 1 Sunday. Okay, yeah. Maybe we'll pick up some crafting stuff. Well, actually, I'm probably not gonna play online much longer, but yeah, whatever. Keep the criticism productive. Yeah, I tried, Fishhawk. That's a good point. That's why I tried to cut out the parts where, because it is like, I mean, this is what I do for my like career. So I obviously want the game to be as good as possible, and I want to enjoy playing the game, right? So it's like very important to me that this game does not get worse. Like a lot important. Archon or Mage for Enigma. Dealer's choice, I guess. Archon, or I guess the Mage plate, because then your strength is lower. You just stick it on and it pushes it up real high, real quick. Some people like the little bit better defense, and some people they're gonna have the higher strength anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not a huge deal either way, in my opinion. But oh man, oh geez, I'm getting so behind. Do forgive me. Nothing you can do to make Poison Dagger good. Kinda. Skeleton mages could get boosted up, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that's skeleton mages in particular. I don't have enough knowledge on to say, like, just because something's not good and people don't use it doesn't mean it's not really actually okay. And it's just that people don't use it because there's other skills that are even stronger. The biggest example is, like, that I always use. Endgame charge bolt sorceress. You can do it. I started a ladder with only charge bolt. It wasn't like charge bolt was a supplementary for some other lightning skill, and it was just like the synergy. I maxed out and used charge bolt as my charge bolt sorceress for anti-meph, countess farming, you know, summoner, Neelathak, farming keys, and arcane sanctuary. Like, it works. Does it work as good as lightning and nova? No, but like, I don't think, and this is a take that I kind of have all the time, I don't think every build should be the same power, so that there's no difference. Like, I think it's cool when you, oh, look at this guy, he's a charged bolt sorceress. What? Or you see somebody like, wait a second, is this like, oh, he's actually like the bear druid, like rockin' maul, like, instead of just being a frenzy or a fury druid, right? Like, he's doing something different, you know. So I think it's good to have, but also you don't want ones that are literally unusable, of course. I guess. Poison Dagger, I don't know what you could even do with Poison Dagger, to be honest. I tried joking around with it a few times back in the day, and it's just like, what do you do with it, right? Like, I think it just, poison builds in general, you'd almost need to like have it be like a poison explosion when you stab or something, and then have it do a ton of poison damage, like poison javelin is or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. Race, yo! Thank you for the 100 bits.
Has been rough. Roof damage, garage damage, power outages. Snow tomorrow.
Thank you for 100 bits. Roof damage, garage damage. Yeah, sorry to hear that. So I didn't have anything much like that. There were a couple shingles in my yard from my neighbor's shed. And actually, when the windstorm was happening the other day, Raced, anybody else in the Midwest anyways that got hit by this too, there was literally like little branches flying off of a tree in my backyard and like ping, ping, punk, like off of my back windows on my house. And then I talked about this the other day. Anybody else in the... So I didn't know this, but apparently if the wind's blowing hard enough, across the vents on your roof where your sewer drain vents are at, it can cause a suction in the tube, and it was like sucking the water out of our toilets. The wind was blowing so hard. I was unaware that that was a thing. Kind of funny. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, someone, it was a while back till I get a little distracted. I need to keep my answers shorter so I can make sure I can respond to more comments here, but someone said charge bolt like a P1 Slayer. I did it on single player with the really good gear. If you just have like Crescent Moon, Spirit, like Lorehelm, P1 is all you're gonna get. Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to. I think at P3, P8, you can, if you have the best gear, anyways. You know, you're like self-infinity charge bolt sword. It actually, you know, works relatively well. You use it like a shotgun blast. You telestomp the elites and stuff, like if you're farming the pits or the Chaos Sanctuary or whatever, you telestomp the champ packs and just boom, boom, boom. And I'd have to go back and double check all my videos and stuff when I played it. It's been a couple of years, so. Been a couple of years. Illy Rabbit. Yeah, must have been. Must have been. Because that's what I walked in. Is there a door here? There's a door. And it doesn't matter how many times I uninstall and reinstall this ever since the expansion came out. I've been getting all these, like, this is the best I've ever gotten so far, where a lot of the glitches aren't here, but there's still, like, occasionally a visual glitch like this. And this tile, it will always look like this. Like, there's just something wrong with it, you know? I guess it is what it is. I'm not gonna... I've probably uninstalled and reinstalled this game probably 8 to 10 times since the expansion came out. And it just cannot install the game correctly for some reason. Maybe my computer just stinks so bad, I don't know. Secret level if you click on it 100 times. Yeah, well, of course I know that. Come on. Everybody knows that one. Only read from your favorite watchers, says Mewtwo, or maybe just members. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. Right now, I mean, shockingly enough, there's like no channel members in here at the moment. There's some, of course. They're just not commenting, maybe. Finally found a burr. Triggy! Congrats on the Burroon. Also, congrats on everybody hitting the like button on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Jeez. 52 gets worse, you can always convert to Roblox channel. I could go back to Roblox channel. Why is this not staying how I want? Minimap. How come I can't change the opacity of my map anymore? Oh. How did that get changed? Interesting. It must have been when the game updated. I noticed that a lot lately, actually, that it was always the wrong... And I just was like, oh. And I would just hit the button that could change it. There's a button that changes it. Yeah. One of the F10, I guess. Interesting. New to D2, is there any recommended class for noobs? I mean, you can't go wrong with Warlock nowadays, but a lot of people said Hammerden. Yeah, Hammerden is, from what I've heard when people start out, it's very clunky on the playthrough, but the hammers do enough damage that it kind of makes up for the clunkiness of it, if that makes any sense. And plus, it's got so much survivability with all the different pally stuff. 212 on YouTube, 49 likes. Come on, folks, hit that like button on YouTube. Good call on that one. Atomic Mantis. Mewtwo said there hasn't been a lot of gifted memberships either. Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably exactly why. That's funny. The Fishaholic Warlock so busted you can use Act 3 Nightmare. Wait, you can use an Act 3 Nightmare and below gear to wreck Ubers. Well, yeah, with Ubers, you just have this guy. You don't even take a mercenary with you. You don't want to. Struggling with the Jabazon. What should I do, Phil? Yeah, maybe if it wasn't you, somebody else the other day was talking about Jabazon on a playthrough. What do? Respect of Lightning Fury, and then run past lightning moves, I guess. Only use Jab for the bare minimum when you have to. The 1-point wonder into Jab. The best advice I got for you. Is it worth playing ladder if you have no friends? Worth it. It's so hard when people say worth it, because obviously it's going to depend on the person. I don't know about highly recommend or whatever, but I have a great time playing offline single player a lot, to be honest. I'm about to jump off of ladder and probably not play ladder much more after this. And go to offline single player, but not everybody likes offline single player. Some people can't stand that you can't trade, you know, and stuff, so... Can't tell you exactly what to do or whatever, but it's the best thing I can tell for you. Lower Cuirass astronomically faster with Telly. Yes, I missed the initial comment there. So, sorry, I apologize on that, but yeah, personally for me, if I didn't have teleport, I would never do Lower Cuirass. Like if I didn't have a sorceress, I would not attempt to do Lower Cuirass super chest farming. I would play a sorceress all the way through the game just to run Lower Cuirass if that's, you know. if that's what I wanted to do at that point. Well, actually, you don't even have to play all the way through the game. All you have to do is get to Act 3, really. That's usually what I do, actually. The first character on offline single player, I just play through till I get to Act 3, and then I don't go any further forward, and I do okay real quick. Fraser got Enigma himself. Enigma's so goated. It is kind of OP to get Enigma like that. I know a lot of people think Enigma, teleport, OP, this and that, but when something takes you dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of hours to find the thing for it, and you're super hyped when you find it and make it, and it makes you real powerful, I'm actually completely fine with that. With you playing for so many dozens of hours that you eventually get super OP gear. But I don't think you should make an insight at Act 1 of Nightmare, and then your character's OP, you know what I mean? Like the Warlock. Just like making a Barb just to run Trav. You could do that, yeah. But Trav or Barb is nasty for... It is like the premier magic find character in the game. The item find skill is so goated. It's like highly rated, but it's still underrated. Really? You did LK farming with a Necro? Oh my... Well, you know, yeah, to each their own. If I say something, it doesn't make it automatic fact. That's just my opinion. I would not do it. I would not do it with anything but a sorceress, personally. Warlock is strong. Better believe it. Immunities on heralds feels counterintuitive. Yeah, I mean, the fact that Sunder Charms are trapped behind Terror Zones in general, and then behind clearing the full game in general, and immunities on heralds, I guess I never even thought about that because I've been playing this, and when I go to single player, I'm gonna have like Infinity and Sunder Charms and stuff already anyways. But yeah, it is very like, oh, you have to be able to clear the entire game and take out all immunities in the whole game, but you can't take out all immunities unless you have Thunder Chimes. You can't take out the heralds because they're immune to you. Unless you have a Sunder Chime, but you can't get a Sunder Chime unless you take out the Herald. Yeah, that... I don't know. 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 I don't know how to word it the proper way. To me, yes, it does not make sense, and also I just don't like it. For anything to ever be, you have to find it this way in this place, and you have to get it that way. I don't like none of that. So if they ever have anything that you have to find in Terror Zones, I'm automatically going to just instantly, I'm going to be like, I don't like it. So, appreciate you, Baggy. Let's see. Highball, you played it online or single player for a long time. Pros and cons. Yeah, definitely pros and cons to it. I think there's a lot more pros for offline than cons, but that's just this one bald guy. A stamina update. I don't think they're going to do anything with stamina. I think stamina only matters in like the first 2 acts of normal difficulty. And after that, it's pointless. Like, if anything, I just think it doesn't matter. Like, so why would they do anything with it? Great March. Like, I'm really going to go run Great March right now. Alright, well. What do I want to do right now? Guess I'll do some chaos. Fraser said you can get your Warlock to 97 in 2 days. Or 2 more days is probably what you mean. Well, best of luck. I'm not much of a level grinder myself. But, you know. Best of luck. Hopefully you get there. I got a big tip for anyone trying to grind levels too. Make sure you don't die. Little tip from me to you. What was I doing? Let's play this. Good tip for hardcore players too. Yeah, I don't play hardcore, but I got the best tip in the world for y'all hardcore players. Don't die. Maga Franco says, Warlocks for people like you. You don't have the time to think about strategy or immunities. And I've seen a few people say that. I'm just not sure what it means. Like, that sounds like somebody who would like really love like D4, Diablo Immortal, Diablo 3, something, you know what I mean? Or somebody who would just like hero edit in all the best gear on single player or something. Like, instead of eliminating the draw of Diablo 2 and eliminating you know, the thing that's made it popular for 25 years, so popular that they made an expansion 25 years after the game came out. It's been so popular for so many decades. Instead of eliminating that to appease some people who want to get the best gear and not have to strategize or to think or anything, it should just be, you know, not what I would want to happen, I'll say. Yeah, actually, what you're saying there is actually a perfect example of, I mean, I couldn't say for sure, but single player might be made perfectly for you. If you're on single player, you can hit escape and pause it, go do something else, take care of your kids, come back. Your characters are there forever. You never get a reset, and then the next season starts and stuff. Yeah, it's like made for you. Haru Ninja, welcome in. Mosaic Warlock incoming. I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? The Mosaic Lock, or I mean, Warlock. Do we know any upcoming declone walks? I have not been following it really much at all. So it's like, I don't need, you know, how many annies do you need to get, right? And I don't know. The Naga. There's one in Asia, somebody said. There was 3 this morning, so yeah. Zarapap. It's fine to have different builds and classes that are easy, medium, hard, but I won't play any other class because they suck. That's the problem. Yeah, and I don't know how prevalent that is, but I've definitely, the amount that I've heard that from when Mosaic was out, that it was one of the most tragic things when you hear people, they come to Diablo 2 for the first time from like D4, I thought it was going to be great, it's okay, but you know, I wanted to play D2, heard it was great, this and that. And this dozens of times, dozens of people actually, like shortly after Mosaic came out and stuff. Oh, I played Mosaic because I heard it was like real powerful, and you know, starting the game I wanted the strong build, you know, so I didn't struggle or nothing. But and it's okay, it's pretty good. You slay monsters pretty good, but then I wanted to try some other builds, and I heard that like the Hamburton was pretty good, but it's so weak I couldn't even play it. It's so bad. It deals almost no damage. I tried Lightning Fury Javazon, like I got Infinity and Griffin's Eye and all this stuff, but it's just so weak and it kills so slow. And I'm like, oh god. It probably wasn't that many people, but it was a few dozen people told me that story on stream, like that exact thing. And the same thing's gonna happen with this too. They're gonna be like, on the first day of ladder I was wrecking Ubers, it was awesome, but now I have to what, find a rune to make Crescent Moon for my Novasaur? Oh my gosh, who has time to find an rune? You know, like that's how it's gonna be. Like, oh man. Ghost says people want to just clear the screen without paying attention and stuff. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, like that is true, but there's some things in life people are just different, and I just will not understand them. You know, I guess I won't understand. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know how to respond to some things. Not that you know you're saying that or that like whatever. So necessarily, but I just don't get it. I just don't think I will. What level's my warlock? What am I, 93 or something? I don't really. I'm not a level blaster or whatever. I'm just kind of farming, hoping something cool drops, chatting it up with y'all, kind of thing. So. Apathy saying you like D2 because of the dark, gritty. You don't play D4 because you're dashing every 3 seconds like a Naruto or something. I know that's the arms back running fast thing, right? Yeah, the gritty. Throwing your purple, you got your purple shield and your purpley blades flying out, and you got your pink miasma chain and stuff. Rough color palette, but no, I get what you're saying. That's in general, yeah. It is like an adult man's game. Like my 9-year-old daughter thought the Diablo 2 Reign of the Warlock icon looks way better now than it did before. I will say that. She was much more of a fan of the pink and purple they added to the D2 logo for the Reign of the Warlock. My 9-year-old daughter. KW said you and your dad so excited for D3 and how disappointed you were. Yeah, that's exactly how I was too, to be perfectly honest. I pre-ordered it, got it. Wouldn't work for a while at all. Then it was just like disaster, bugs, and yeah. What was on real strong says find Laura. What was on real strong? I don't know that. I mean, compared to, it depends what we're comparing it to and what level of gear, I guess. What was on? You need a lot of expensive gear for it to like essentially work. Not literally, essentially. Kelly said they said D4 would be kind of like D2. Yeah, they did say it would be kind of like they were trying to like split the middle between a lot of the Diablo games, combine bits of everything. But then like a year into the game or something like that, I'm pretty sure that they said, I don't know if they said this word for word or if it was like a paraphrasing of something they had said, but they pretty much all but said, yeah, the whole trying to get D2 into the game and stuff just isn't working out, so we're just going to make it more like D3. I don't remember exactly what they said. Why won't this ever stay? I'm about to die here, but... Burning Essence. Why will the opacity not stay correct? Why does this keep turning off? No, I don't want a full screen. Apply, apply, apply. Am I brain dead or something? I think I'm just not smart. Scott says his is kind of not working either. Well, I mean, now it looks okay. It stayed up now. I left it to automatically open, and now it's staying up. Oh, sure. Loot filter busted. It's made in a way that is not the way that I think it should be made, for sure. Yeah. It technically, if done exactly a certain way, can work exactly the way you want it to, but the fact that it has to be done that way, it seems strange. So someone said you got to go back to the main menu and change it all the time. I don't. Yeah, it's weird. I don't think in the history of Diablo 2 Resurrected I've ever had to change the map thing before. I don't know. Maybe for me uninstalling it and reinstalling it, it messed it up, because I don't generally uninstall and reinstall it all the time. So loot filter overall a plus, but made in a strange way. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I know you lazy way you said, but I don't want to go that far. But I don't know if it was a lazy way or not. But yeah, that's what I just hide the gold. You're pretty much in bolts and arrows. I mean, good enough for me. Yeah. I do hide these potions too, but that's like it. It's just stuff that literally I would never ever want to pick up, pretty much ever. So a toggle option for loot filter. What do you? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Expand on what I said about the loot filter. I did just do a video about it, by the way. But yeah, I much easily can. I wonder if I can buy one right here and show you. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they used to sell some of the throwing potions or something somewhere. I forget. I don't have one. But essentially what I'm saying is, just for one example of what I know I've seen. I've seen so many people have. So why is it set up to where you have to have hide, and then there shouldn't even be a show button. This should serve no point. This shouldn't exist. Hide. If you want to hide something, let's say I want to hide all inferior items. But in the loot filter as well, I came down here and checked off circlets. But if you check off circlets and inferior, it will show all inferior circlets. Like right now, if I check off inferior, and I check off because it's under the same condition or whatever, and I have these potions checked off, it will then show all these potions, even though they're checked off to be hidden. And they're also checked off to hide inferior. And everyone here is going to say that it's because of this. I get it. But why isn't it just hide? And if something is checked off to be hidden, it should just be hid. Like if I check off inferior and I check off potions, no matter what it's saying, it should hide the potions and it should hide inferior stuff. I shouldn't have to go back and make another condition and then make another condition and then make another condition. So yeah, it should just be you check the hide, and anything that's checked to hidden, no matter what is checked, it should be hidden if it's checked to be hidden. Now, if you check inferior and you check off throwing potions right here, it will show all of these potions 100%, unless there was a bug the first week and they've put out a patch that corrected that bug. But 100%, if you check off inferior and check off these potions, it will show these potions. You have to go in and make a different condition. Yeah, where's the button at? Up here. I was like, where'd the button go again? I haven't looked at this in a while. Yeah. Yeah, no. So somebody told me, and I've heard like 9 different people say the way they get around it. They go to loot filter and they make one condition to hide all items, and then they create conditions for all the items that they want to show. Whole list of conditions. That's how they do it. I was like, I'm not saying that's how you should do it, or that's the only way to do it, or wait, why did my quick cast get turned off now? What is going on with this thing? Where's it at? Show item. Oh, I hit default on accident. What an asshole. Sorry. Forget my language. I'm an idiot. I hit default a minute ago. For some reason. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hi, any good drops yet? _legend.
Chicken McNuggy. No great drops yet. A lot of chit-chatting. A lot of chit-chatting. I hit default a second ago, so I messed everything up. I'm so not smart. Now I have to go back through and make sure I got everything right here. What a dum-dum I am. Don't care about that. We set that right. Automatically open. I think that's right. Okay. What a dum-dum I am. Or 15 keystrokes running around the Countess. Nice. Keystrokes are always 15, right? It's just a skill that varies on it. I thought. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Reaper's Toll, good on a Merc if it's not ethereal. Yeah, it's still good. I mean, the only reason I throw a Reaper's Toll really is if, in my opinion, if you're a melee character that wants to break physical immunities, like you're a Fury Druid or some kind of Barbarian or something. Most other instances, I'd go with Insight, probably. Any caster, that's for sure. Let's see, rep. Uncheck everything. Uncheck all the stuff you want to see. Pretty sure you're making it exempt. No. The stuff I'm checking off under hide is definitely hiding it. Because it right now I checked off those potions, and it's hiding the potions. I checked off keys and bolts and arrows, and I never see keys and bolts and arrows anymore. But it's definitely... The hide button is definitely hiding stuff. Unless I misunderstand your consecutive comments or whatever, but... Oh, Jordan said on Saturday he got an Ogre axe. Ooh. It was a bone hew, huh? Nice. Legendary. Legendary. Fed man. Second furthest ladder, you say, huh? Nice. Crazy. Yeah, the only high rune I really found was that low rune I found right off the bat and stuff, but I haven't been really going. I mean, I did kind of play it quite a bit, but I've been kind of bleeping around. You know what I mean? Did you try to compete for the top warlock? Nah, I don't. Leveling is the boringest. It's almost more boring than like doing full game clears to try to get the heralds. If I had to choose, I would rather go for the 99, but it's almost as bad as like there's no excitement about getting to 99. That is the equivalent of like doing a job, right? You slay monsters and then you're exactly compensated with the amount of experience you're supposed to get. Oh, here it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Tick. Yay! Oh, I slayed some more monsters. Wait. Tick. Yay! Like, there's no excitement there for me. And if I want to do something that's not exciting, I would just, I don't know, go work on the yard or something, you know? I would get a job and I would just go work it and be compensated at the end of my tasks. Just like leveling, you know? You slay the demons, oh, shoot. You slay the demons, it takes this long. Boy, that almost gave me a seizure right there. Alright, well, I gotta turn off screen shake. My god. Who can play with screen shake on? My god. Where did that go? I really wish I didn't hit that default button on accident. Yeah, I want that. Yes. Where's the screen shake thing? Camera shake. Ugh, God. Okay. Wow. That literally, like, hurt my head. I'm not even joking. Irune's price is plummeting right now? Well, it's because everyone's dipping out a ladder, to be honest. Everyone's already bored a ladder and they're leaving.
At movie 2207 donated $5 through Super Chat. Is it better to farm high runes with 0 megafarad, or does it not matter?
0 megafarad? I've never seen MF pronounced by AI as megafarron. Like that's short for whatever that means. That's weird. But either way, movie. Yo! Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So it's not technically, it does not affect the rune drop odds to have any amount of magic find or no magic find or anything like that. The only thing that affects the number of runes you will drop is the player's count and how fast you take out monsters, pretty much. So yeah, if you have 0 magic find and you clear a chaos sanctuary in 3 minutes, or you have 300 magic find and you clear a chaos sanctuary in 3 minutes, if it's the same player's count, it'll be exactly the same. Yeah. Dan says, about to hit Colossal Ancients for the first time. Man, I did mine on Warlock and it was so easy. It's like, man, I gotta do it on some other character to really get more of an idea, I guess. Several hundred runs, only 4 keys. Now, a lot of stuff is like, you know, pretty much every ladder people always say they mess with the drops or something. I think it's just random RNG, pretty much. Bad luck or good luck or whatever. Yeah. Don't forget like button, YouTube. Appreciate y'all. We got almost 300 here on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Oop, what am I doing? This button and this button. There we go. Passion saying some people getting to 99 is more fun than finding a burr rune. Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I don't know. Getting to 99 is like not bad or anything, and like I could be like, ooh, I accomplished the goal, like, ooh, that's cool. But that's like getting your paycheck on Friday and being like, yes, I got the paycheck that I worked all week for. Yes, I knew it was coming and I got it. Yes. You know, like that doesn't make any sense to me. Finding runes and stuff is like gambling. It's like pull in the slot machine. You're like, I didn't win. And then you win like 20 grand. You're like, oh my God. Like I won, like what? You know, that's exciting, right? But yeah, leveling is like going to work every day and then being compensated at the end of the week the exact amount you knew you were going to get compensated for the amount of time you put in, which I don't find fun, personally. I don't like going to work and welding or something, you know. Why do I sound like Get Off My Lawn guy today? No, I thought that was a funny analogy that was spot on as well. That's what I thought. Spot on. Hilly's on my side. There we go. See, if you agree with me, it automatically makes you correct. So, I like it. Smegma Games. Yo! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Thank you. 1.5k hours, no jaw rune, huh? It's unfortunate. Yeah, it definitely takes a long. That's why so many people end up running lower Karas for like 40 or 50 hours to get a couple of burr runes to cube together to make a jaw instead of blasting forever. You know what I mean? But some people say they'd rather play for thousands of hours and hopefully find one. You know. I'm on the board with the lower Karas train. Of course, if you're online, you can't really do that. But yeah, when I first started being a YouTuber, it took me like I didn't know if I really wanted to run LK forever. I made Infinity first, and do I really want to run LK again to make Enigma? I don't know. And then I did it, and then it took 1.5 years after that before I found my first jaw rune, like in the wild, of being a streamer. So, and that was just bad luck. I found a jaw rune after 1.5 years. The next day I found another jaw rune, And then about 2 weeks later, I found another jaw rune. But a year and a half before that, I didn't find any because it's just random, you know. It's you know, RNG. So no jaw, 2 swords, 2 champs. Yeah, that's how it goes. Crazy luck. 20 all res. Ooh, okay. See, pay dragon. You think people like to see the progress they're making? Both drops, you can see no progress or like a ton of progress. Could just be a differing opinion type of situation, I guess. I sort of get what you're saying, but like seeing progress, like that just sounds so unexciting to me. That'd be like looking up at the time clock all day and being like, another hour went by. Yes, yes. Which I mean, actually, that's exactly how it is, right? But it's not really super exciting that you've seen the time pass. It's that you're closer to leaving. How come I can't have 2 Alibabas equipped? Yeah, only barbs can hold 2 swords. I see a bunch of people saying, and I'm assuming you're not a barbarian. Boy, this thing is so goated on a playthrough. I know it's behind chatter here or whatever, but remember that one time we were like, we won't farm up a spirit on ladder reset. I'll just telly it with the telly wand. And then instantly, we found this instantly in nightmare difficulty. And this thing is so sick on a playthrough. For like a sorceress in particular. This button, there we go. Couldn't remember what button to hit. So sick. Bri the guy says the next update they need to make it so the warlock can hold 3 weapons at once. 3 two-handed weapons at one time for the warlock. You just have 3 obsessions at once. Yep. Dan said one season he got a Burren job by day 2. Oh, nice. I don't think I've ever found Burren jaw at the beginning of a season. I've played a lot of seasons, like, but I've gotten it in other ways where like I'll find the one time I found a perfect Griffins on like the second day of ladder. So that one day on the ladder reset night, we played through the game and I said, I'm gonna play for like 20 minutes just to see what happens. And I found a Burroon on ladder reset night. And some people might hate me for saying I did this, but what I did is I went and traded it for forum gold instantly. And then like 2 days, like a day and a half later, then I traded that forum gold for an Enigma. Because the prices of all the runes dropped so fast. Relative to JSP gold, that is. I know some people right now are hate, unsubscribe. Best weapon for a whirlwind barb? Just the way flat damage works, usually it's grief for every melee character in the game. Yeah, Grill, it was probably because of the rampant botting at the time the price dropped so fast. Probably a true story right there. Probably a true story. And the fact that the crazy people that have like 250,000 forum gold and stuff like that from probably botting. It is true. It is true. Ellie. Neil, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Sacred Armor yesterday, Bob said. Unique, I'm assuming. And it's Templars. Yeah, unfortunate. I'm so glad I found Tyrell's Might before this came out. I'll be honest. So glad I completed the Holy Grail. And well, did I complete the Holy Grail now though? Because there's more uniques and stuff out now. Oh, I drop him right on my dome. Tier Rune, legendary. Ooh. Come on. Is IK set great for a Whirlwind Barb? Great. Is it great? It can work relatively good. Relative to what? I'm not really sure, but it works okay. It's hard. It always depends what you're comparing it to. Trying to think, what would I say it compared to what does it work good as? Yeah, I don't know. It works okay. P1, P3, like you're not wrecking P8 like a Javazon or something, but appreciate you, Savage. Just thanks for the guides and stuff. Thanks for watching the vids and stuff. No need to thank me. But I appreciate you. Oop. See, in a video of yours, you talked about the new Sunders, how hard they were to drop. So what I said is online, they're going to be much harder to find than offline. Because on offline, you can just set the players count higher. Boom, and you're fine. You clear the whole game yourself. Nobody else can grab the Sunder Charm. So it is the same rates based upon the same players count and all that good stuff. But you don't have to fight people for the Sunder. You don't have to try to take the time to set up games and like communicate games and stuff if you try to get a full party together. And like all of that stuff combined together. On single player, it's going to be astronomically faster. Just like factors of 10, probably. Just a factor of 10 times faster than it is on online. So that's kind of what I meant in the video. I'm pretty sure I know what part you're talking about. Jordan, the raid I did the other day. Yeah, I mean, no problem. I don't remember who I raided or whatever, but yeah. Who did I raid? I don't remember. Good old raids, getting the community, finding more great content. Am I right? There's a reward for completing it right now. Yeah, Baggy. Part of the problem with that too is because my Holy Grail, I found all the items before. So now, like once you have them, they don't go into your codex or what is it called? Your Grail thing. The Chronicle. Like if they're already identified and you have them. So you have to like find them and identify them again. Which is doo-doo. Your Chron Knuckle. Chrono Knuckle, yeah. Oh, let's see. Does MX affect gambling? I don't believe so. No, I don't think so. Let's see here. Rename it for this channel. I don't know about that. What do we have here? Burial Grounds Crypt Mausoleum. What a gross terror zone again. I mean, maybe if you're going like lulls for the memes and the Mausoleum for the no fire immunes, but not for actually farming good. Maggot Layer next? Oh my gosh, what is this run of TZs, babe? Like, jeez. Crazy. 6 sockets again. Can't get a grief base? Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll take these guys out too, why not? That's how it goes. When you're looking for it, you're never gonna find it. That's how it goes. But I like D4. I have not played D4 in a very, very, very long time, so it was, when I played it, it was okay. But there were a lot of different things with it that I just avoided. that I just didn't do because pretty much everything about the game that they added in to try to make as end game content and stuff, I didn't like any of it, pretty much. So I pretty much would just play the level up at first and get the character, and it was like kind of powerful, and then I would stop playing. What I do want to do at some point, maybe I'll do it in the off time when I'm just you know, between seasons, so I'm not like playing off stream or anything like that. I want to do a playthrough of the campaign again. I feel like the campaign was like the coolest part, but they make it so that like when you start a new season, you don't have to play the campaign anymore. So unless you want to fall way behind everybody, you can't play the campaign. So I just don't play the campaign with the new season, and then yeah. So I haven't played it again, even though it's the best part of the game. Like, so I think at some point I'm gonna go back and replay the campaign for it. Oh, doing the statues thing in always in Act 1. I know it's behind the chat here, but always in Act 1 shard because of the level issue with it. But yeah. Let's see where. D4 fun, but a couple of hours. For a couple of hours. Yeah, a little exaggerated, but yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah. But yeah, I want to go back and play the campaign again. I thought it was real cool when I did it. But is that just like day one launching the game nostalgia, or is that like, was it actually pretty good, you know? $24-hour stream, play straight through Diablo 1, 2, 3, Diablo Immortal, Diablo 4. Yeah, sorry, I must have missed some comments around. Appreciate the enthusiasm, all you legends. Trying to read as many as I can, but yeah, the shards, they terrorize a full entire act. So this one right here I found. Right click to terrorize Act 1. So all of Act 1 in this game will then be terrorized as long as this game is still like up and available. But if you save and exit, make a new game, Act 1 won't be terrorized anymore. So you have to stay in the same game all the time to keep that up or whatever. Mustang, welcome in. Don't have power due to freezing rain. Jeez, yeah, a lot of crazy weather going on around right now. Huh? Truly AF saying they got to fix the shard drop system. Yeah, they should just make them random. Just like how anything else in the game rolls. I don't know why everything that they make for the game now has to be different than how the game has always been and what's made it great. Like the shards have to drop, like this one drops from a certain level and the other one's dropped from a higher level and the other one drops from a higher level. Because that way, what they're trying to get you to do is go farm this area and then go farm that area, then go farm this area and play the whole game through, you know what I mean? Instead of just having it like shards can drop from monsters over level like 85 or something, you know? But then they drop randomly based upon their drop odds that they give it. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Not sure. I just do not know. Don't know. You going for 99? Absolutely not doing that. Nope. Talked about it a little earlier too, so I'm not going to go into huge detail. But yeah, in general, I just don't like trying to get to 99. It's real boring. So I'm just slaying in here, hoping a rune drops or something, you know, while I'm reading chat, answering questions, things like that. Kelly saying the D4 campaign was good, but not after the first time. Really? Well, we'll find out, huh? We'll find out when I do it again eventually. Yeah, fine. We'll take the champ out here. Give me my explodey back. No, not that. This. Oh, I overrode my echoing strike. I honestly think 50% of the reason I use this hex instead of the other ones is so I don't have to have that like Whimsy Shire looking attack, all pinks and purples everywhere. At least this is like a green, like you're like evil or something, you know, like. What are shards trading for? I don't think they trade for all that much. They do kind of drop everywhere. They can drop a lot of places, but probably the Act 5 ones probably go for the most since they're like the hardest to find. A lot more target farming in this update. Yeah, everything there, it's both. It seems like the biggest thing they're doing with this is they try to get you to farm the entire game without having to create another game and then go do what you want to do again and then make another game and go do what you want to do again. They're trying to force you into doing what they like, to stay in one game and to do what they want you to do is the biggest thing. They want to force you to go farm the mausoleum in the crypt, you know, instead of, you know, doing what you want to do. Boy, the farming terrorized Duriel is a tough one, huh? That's a tough one. Wish there was more people who saw the game through your lens. I appreciate you, I suppose, Scott. Yeah, the biggest things is, you know, I like player's choice. I like making the game and when you add new things in the game, have them reminiscent of the way things have been and were. You know what I mean? So don't try to make the game, you know, like reinvent the wheel. Like you're gonna make the game in a way that's better than how it has been for the last 25 years that everybody loved it. So I think you should make it like you can make your own things and stuff, I guess, that if you're gonna add stuff, but don't try to change and make everything different. Then, you know, just seems the way I would want it. Anyways. Darren says a shard and a stand-up heroes terrorize an entire act for 4 hours, no matter any game you make, huh? Well, the biggest problem with that would be people would just be spam creating games for other people, right? Hey, I'll terrorize a game for you for, you know, whatever. I mean, you could probably kind of do that now, couldn't you? Just trade the shard. Yeah, the more I think about it, I don't really like that, but I just want everything in the game to be able to be found in the way that Diablo 2 is, where you farm monsters at their proper level and they can drop it, and if you farm them enough, then they'll drop it. You know, not like, oh, you have to terrorize the full game and you have to clear the whole game like we tell you to, and then you can have a chance to find the thing that you know, like. These upgrades or shut down all the servers, what would I pick? Well, don't shut down the whole servers. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'm not fully against everything. And that's what, I don't know, you guys probably remember seeing it in the video. A lot of you guys did. Actually having, like, if you're going to have terror zones rotating, it's going to happen. They're not getting rid of terror zones. Kind of adding in the Herald or whatever isn't really the worst idea in the world. Implementation, I'm not arguing that it's implemented right, but having a monster like that spawns up and it's harder and whatever, it's actually a good idea. Kind of, sort of. It's not the craziest idea, but it's a good idea, you know? But there's something weird with them. The way it is now, of course. And having Thunder Charms trapped behind terror zones is, boy, feels bad, man. Like, Thunder Charm should just drop off of monsters that are high enough level to drop them, just like Geeds, and just like, well, everything else in the game up until this point when they started adding things and trapping it all behind Terra Zones and stuff. Or you have to go farm this boss when terrorized to get this thing, or you have to go farm even torches. Even the way to farm torches is just miserable, to be honest. You have to go farm these keys from the Summoner, who drops nothing, or Neelathak, who drops nothing. He can drop everything, but he never does. Every once in a while, but not often. Yeah, kind of what Laura says here. Not the worst idea, but the nutty, how you never get anything from them. And the thing is because they look at the numbers. I think they looked at the numbers and thought this will make them, having this high number will cause them to drop more uniques, which is true. The unique drop coefficient number or whatever. But the thing that they must not have took under consideration is what made TZ Andy so crazy is that you could go take out TZ Andy once every 30 seconds. But unfortunately, a Herald, you can only get a Herald, like, I would say on average, what is it, maybe one every 20 minutes? Because you'll get like 5 of them in 20 minutes, and then 4 hours will go by and you won't get another one. So, I don't know. Not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah. I think they looked at the unique item drop coefficient that they changed on it. So they lowered Andy's to drop less uniques, but the Herald has a higher one than even TZ Andy does now. But that's not why TZ Andy drops so much good stuff, really. It's because you could farm her so fast. Yeah. Get rid of all the Herald tiers. I would kind of be indifferent to it if it wasn't tied to Sunder Charm drops. That's what makes it really bad. You can even incentivize people clearing whole games if you wanted to, as long as nothing is 100%, bar none, trapped behind playing for several hours straight in order to get the item. That's the biggest problem. That Sunder Charms are 100% trapped behind playing for 3 or 4 straight hours, and that gives you a chance to get one. 3 or 4 hours straight. Not total 3 or 4 hours, straight. So you can't pause the game ever, because online you can't pause it. You can't get off, play for 20 minutes, get off, get back on. You know, you can't be playing and be like, oh great, my kid pooped their pants. Well, I gotta go take care of this, you know, and then come back and keep playing because, you know, you can't. It's like, oh man, you can't play for 20 minutes and then, oh, now it's time to go to, my niece is turning 4. I gotta go to that birthday party on Sunday here, you know, and then come back and get, yeah. Oh no, I pooped my pants. I gotta go clean up. The low odds wouldn't even be a problem, because the thing is too, if they took them out of Terra Zones and you could just farm the Stony Tombs and find yourself a Fire Sunder Charm, and then you could go farm everywhere after that. The problem is you can't go farm places that are good for your build to find the Sunder Charm that you need to go farm everywhere, because you have to farm everywhere to get a Sunder Charm to be able to farm everywhere. They just need to put it on the 85, the same drop table as what Geeds is, or something like that. J-Rock, I played for years, but the thing is to find the Grail items. How did I find my Tyrell's Might? It was from a Terra Zone, but I hopped on and I played for 4 minutes and a unique Sacred Armor drop, and that was the item that I wanted to finish my Grail. You cannot hop on and play for 4 minutes and find a Sunder Charm. I will bet anybody every dollar I have, and you can pay me, you'll pay me $10,000, and I'll bet you $100,000. You will never be able to find a Sunder Charm in 4 minutes. I found a Tyrell's Might by hopping on and playing for 4 minutes. Yeah, the amount, it's not the amount of time, J-Rock. See, you're not listening. It's you have to play for hours straight. You can't come play for 20 minutes after work, because like after work you have 20 minutes before you have to go pick your kid up from school or something. You can't play in those 20 minutes and find a Sunder Charm. Can't have it. You can't sit down for 10 minutes and then have something change and then you have to like leave and then come back. You just wasted that time. Like, you know, that this is the main thing in my opinion. Of course, I think my opinion is the best one, but like, doesn't everybody think their opinion is the best one? That's why you have it, right? Who has an opinion? They're like, this is my opinion, but I believe it's wrong. You know, nobody. No, maybe somebody does. Who out there has an opinion that you stand by, but you believe it's wrong? Let me know in the comments. Somebody. So yeah, in actuality, the arguments that I'm making against Sunder Charms have nothing to do really with me. It has to do with everybody else. I'm a full-time YouTuber. You think I can't sit down and play for 5 hours straight? I can't sit down and play for 3 hours straight? Not only can I literally have to. Like, Sunder Charms are made great for streamers. Perfectly fine, actually. They're bad for, you know, the average Joe. Like, who I used to be. Oh, I never seen that before. See, Joe. Appreciate the all the bids and stuff. Appreciate you. Huh, I've never seen that with that celebratory thing around it like that. That's interesting. Universal. No, so what you're saying, it is exactly what I'm saying. So you can, but it's never going to happen. You're never going to sit down and just kill one Herald in 4 minutes and get one. It's just not going to happen. You're astronomically more likely, like, to play for a long time and find one. Astronomically. Being able to find one is quite literally, the drop odds are tied to playing for longer. The longer you play, the better chance you have to find one. So there might be, there might be one instance here where I might have been incorrect in something I said earlier. Sometimes I've been overusing the term literally when I literally actually mean figuratively. That it could have happened. Maybe that's what I said earlier. So I'll apologize if that's what happened. So you are not going to. I'm not saying you can't, but you're not going to. Like, somebody found 3 Jaw runes in one Chaos run, but you're not going to. Somebody killed 1 Herald and got a Sunder Charm. You're not going to, right? I wonder what's more likely, finding 2 Jaw runes in the same game or getting a Sunder Charm off of the very first Herald you kill. Finding Templar's Might and Tyrell's Might in the same game. Or a Sunder Charm from the first Herald. No, getting both of those is probably much more unlikely, to be honest. But Chupa says, imagine doing 5 full game clears, getting a Sunder Charm, then you have to roll it, and you get all the worst rolls on the Sunder Charm. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I mean, it's still good, I guess, we'll see when I get to see. And some of my, this is another thing I guess I should say too. Maybe should have said before. This is some of what I'm saying is hypothetical based off of, because I haven't played all the other characters on single player yet. Like before, when I had probably 50% of the time with the old Sunder Charms, I just didn't use the old Sunder Charms at all. Probably on 50% of the builds I used. Probably more, actually. Just hammered in, Fist of the Heavens. If I was ever playing, like Nova, I would. But if I was ever playing a Blizzard or like a Fireball Sorceress, I'd go places that those were good at. I wouldn't use them everywhere. Or I don't know about other Well, Javazon's, like, if I was just running cows with it, I wouldn't use a Sunder Charm because I'm running cows, who cares, right? And stuff like that. So I do a lot of farming where I don't even use Sunder Charms no matter what. So the negative on it isn't even worth like carrying one, you know what I mean? Googa. No, I will not be showing you my skills. All caps is kind of, yeah, kind of frowned upon in every stream, right? Could have been an accident. Could have been an accident too. Possible. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. Bry says, you think hardcore players ever use a Sunder Charm? I would have to take your word on it, but I probably not then, I guess, huh? Probably not. 93 on the level. No, I do not play hardcore, nope. Scott talking up earlier, Zod is a 1 in 400,000 from a highest chance mob. That's less likely than a Sunder from First Herald. Well, but the thing is how many monsters? How long does it take you to get a First Herald, relative to like how many cows are in the cow level that have that one? Like each monster has a 1 in 400,000 chance. You're saying that's not like when you say mob too. I'm not sure if you mean group. Mob usually means group of monsters, and you can't have odds from a group of monsters. You got to think of like each monster and then divide by how many monsters there are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's not going to be a definitive like, see, this is exactly proven that this number of cows. Like you'd have to do some guesstimating, I guess we'll call it. So. I think there's on average 350 to, I've heard numbers ranging from 350 to like 500 cows per level. I ain't gonna do the math though. What does that come out to? I'm not sure. Oh, you're less likely to drop the Sunder than the Zod. Oh, okay. I thought you were arguing the other one because I was like, that's not really how it. But I didn't, I was trying to like, I didn't want to just blurt something out without fully thinking through it. You want me to go count every cow in the cow level? Nah, dog, that's all right. No, this is one of those I seen a Reddit post thing, and I've seen so many different ones, but somebody did, and I just take their word for it. I don't remember who it was or whatever. They ran like a bot thing that would go into the game, and it could count how many. They ran like simulated cow games with a program or something that would go in. It would create games and literally go in and count the number of cows in the game, like how many monsters. And they did it for 10,000 cow runs or something, and they averaged it out, And it was, I've heard different, I've heard people say they did this and that, and there was different numbers. So, Trank set good. Goodish. I've rocked the Trank set with a few different Necros back in the day, once in a while for funsies. Now, is it like better than getting like the best possible gear other than like and not using the set? Like the best possible gear is probably better, but I feel like maybe for the summoner, like a budget summoner, I would use that because the Trank stuff is not cheap to trade for usually. So, it's kind of, I don't know. But it's okay. Yeah, it's interesting being the ghoul or whatever. Good budget Horker build. Got a video on that. Probably. Depends where you're going. Barbs are... Each time you do a barb build, it's very, like, in my opinion, hyper-specific to where you're farming. And yeah, do you want to do a singer? Do you want to do a whirlwind barb? Do you want to, There's a lot of you got to very specify with a barb build just because the melee characters are like weaker and stuff. Fishaholic, true story. Yeah, just ask AI. It'll tell you exactly how many costs there are. True story. It will tell you for sure, no doubt. Will that answer be right? No. MF at? I don't know, 150 maybe. Something like that. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Agate layer. Outer step next. I should just terrorize the whole act or something and just do some of the good areas. That's one of the that's the thing with the you get that FOMO, you get the bad terror zones when you're playing, and then I'll get off and it'll be all the good terror zones. Heavy belt. Did I wrath this? Yeah, nailed it. We'll go with this. Is Phoenix worth to build on Warlock? Probably no. I don't think so. The extra damage and stuff is probably less than the amount you get from the 2+ skills, to be honest, from a spirit. Probably. I don't know the math for sure, but I've seen some other people say, oh. I mean, that's pretty good. It's combat skills, so it could be hammers or bow. 10 FCR, 14 all res with a higher lightning. Godly S tier, it's a good usable one. How do you get through hell with Blizzard Sword? Telly. Skip everything. Skip. Telly, skip, telly. Hits a few numbers, that's for sure. Good call. Yeah. Just a dude says enhanced damage does way more than plus skills on your Warlock. You don't say, huh? The enhanced damage, you're saying specifically the Phoenix enhanced damage does way more than the plus skills on your. Speaking of, I never did get this 35, did I? Not that it's a huge matter, but maybe I got the runes to do it. I have one hell rune. Might as well try, huh? Okay, yeah, I never did the mask, so I'll take your word on it, I guess. Adam says you got mediocre gear, but you got 300 magic find, and you never die. Yeah. That's what, I have a call to arms, I don't even use it, because I'm like, I'm essentially invincible. Like, it's not even worth the time to battle order up at the beginning of a run. I did have the runes, right? I should double check, guys. Hell, Soul, or damn. Yeah, I got just enough for this. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So, or ham. I always forget the shortcuts. Which ones they are. Hell, Thul, or ham. 35. Oh. Ah, it dropped me under my FCR breakpoint now. Okay, well. Since I just attacked with my telly staff anyways. Highest arena scene is a pull. Unfortunate. Give other classes runewords for Bound Demon. No, Bound Demon is busted. It needs to. It cannot stay the way that it is. You don't need to give it to other people. Everyone likes Bound Demon because you break all immunities in the. like the conviction aura he gets is always too low to break all immunities, but like getting a conviction aura on every character and getting to break all physical immunes in the game and boosting up, it's too much. If anything, the Bound Demon, it needs to not be able to get auras, and it needs to get a huge nerf to probably, I mean, an extra, it's behind here, but 750% extra life to the demon. I would say there needs to be huge nerfs on it, and also do not give it to other characters. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. Yeah, Fishaholic, yeah. You know better than the Trust AI. I know you know better. You know, binding other things for other stuff, do not add that. Any Blizzard dev ever listening, do not add that to the game. You don't need to break every character just because this one's broken. Please, for the love of God, no. Don't break the entire game because one character you added is broken. That'd be... Man, we have a Mosaic for the Mosaic Assassin. We need to add a rune word just like Mosaic for every character. Oh, God. Oh. No, in my opinion. Five all res, not enough on there. We need to add one to bind demon to Enigma is what they need to do. But they need to remove the Jaw and Burr from Enigma and make it so you only need a Eth rune and a Nef. Eth, Ith, Nef to make Enigma. That's what they need to do. Kawasaki says you like being able to see your game, so you're glad Mosaic's gone from ladder. Yeah, it was quite annoying to have to be like, yeah, anyone playing Mosaic, I'm banning you from my game and my stream. Nobody even go out in the game if they don't leave. Like, it was so annoying to have to do that because, like, imagine there might be a point where I have to do that with Warlock too, huh? Where Warlock's oh, he just got one shot in my merc. Whoopsie. Warlock's so busted that it's like, I just gotta be like, all right, I'm playing Reign of the Warlock so that I can get the expanded stash and stuff. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to ban all Warlocks from my game, you know what I mean? Because they kill so much faster than fully decked out Nova Sorceresses with 10, 15 high runes worth of gear. When they only have budget gear. Really? Overburned, huh? Maybe. Not yet. Not yet. That's not happening yet. But wait, did I not hit the thing? The one thing, Warlock actually, it is crazy powerful. The clear speed isn't usually always there as much as it is with some of the other ones, just because, man, the aim is annoying. I hate aiming. Novasork, you don't have to aim. Oh yeah, I don't have my insight from my merc. That's why I ran out of mana. I was like, why is my mana going down? Oh yeah. Fishaholic, yeah, your computer melts when you have like 3 or 4 mosaics in the game. Gamer Dude saying the Enigma, the 1.1 rune words actually weren't that crazy. They're semi-balanced considering Jaw and Burr were so rare back in the day. Yeah, probably because they put them in there not with the idea that people would just like bot and get, you know, a bunch of these high runes with their bots, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's the thing about Enigma too. It takes a Jaw and a Burr, which are insane to find. just insane. And I have no problem that if somebody played for like 700 hours and you have 15 high runes worth of gear and you just wreck the entire game and everything melts away super fast and instantly, at that point it's like fine, you know, you played so much, you blasted so much, you find this crazy stuff and your gear is awesome. But when this is like slaps down everything in the game, like, you know, Bez got a good druid running it. Druid's not terrible. The wind druid is okay. I started one with a ladder not that long ago with the wind druid. It's definitely no warlock, that's for sure. But you're not claiming that, I don't believe. Warlock. Wait, warlock is the strongest summoner, melee, and even possibly caster. Leaf. Would I think that? It is the most powerful budget for sure. Like, it's the most powerful budget character in the game for sure. Like, for every type, every type in the game. For end game, that's just part of what, like, with the clear speed. I haven't tried the maximum end game like blood boil. I don't know how good that does on P8. Maybe does anyone know? You have an opinion on the maximum end game blood boil character? I played a budget version, and it worked good on P1, but I didn't get a ton of time to play it. What do y'all think of it? Race, yo! Thanks for 100 bits.
Everyone gets some sleep. Drinking starts at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Nice. Oh wait, is it St. Patrick's Day coming up? I forgot about that. Thanks for 100 bits, Race. We know what you're doing tomorrow, huh? Getting after it. Maxie says if your wallet's big enough, you can get an Enigma in the first week. I guess that's true. A couple people saying even max blood boil doesn't compare to Echoing Strike. Gotcha. Does it clear players 8? Relatively good though. That's kind of the main thing. Beef Pungent. Yo! Thank you for the tier 1 sub. You Slayer. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. What was I doing? Okay. Appreciate you, Z. Z. Says he agreed with my opinions on the video. Yeah, I feel like I was trying to kind of get the ideas of like the everyman, you know what I mean? That's what I was trying to do anyways. Oh, I thought I clicked this. Because some of the arguments I was making, and it's kind of the way I feel too, and it would make the game worse. It really wouldn't even hurt me. It would hurt the normal person. Because, you know, I can play for 5 hours straight. Not really a problem. Mercenary doesn't see how it's breaking the game. It's the most powerful character in every way, in every type of build. So it's like... Warlock is... And you can break all immunities on a playthrough by just getting, you just play echoing, you're not all immunities, everything that would be immune to your echoing strike because of the curse you get on a monster that you can get on a playthrough. So at the start of a ladder, and you can't get a Sunder Charm unless you play Hammerden, I guess, or Echoing Strike, but Echoing Strike, you can move around like this, you can teleport over stuff just from an inherent skill you got. So everyone's only going to start off with a Warlock and then they can get a Sunder Charm, and then they can play other builds. You know what I mean? That's how people are going to view it. That's not the way I view it necessarily, but that's how everyone is going to view it. Just like how everybody would, you know, play Mosaic, and then because that's why the top of ladder was all Mosaics, and you had to be a Mosaic to be at the top of ladder. I wonder how long it's going to be before they change it, though, is my main thing. If it's going to be a season or two, yeah. Or if they're going to wait like 5 years like Mosaic. Can we play a different character if it's too OP? Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ban everybody who ever plays Mosaic from ever playing with me while I stream because it's busted. You know, like, I don't think we should have characters in the game that are so busted that you have to ban them from your game because they're going to fly around so fast and deal so much more damage than everybody that no other character can keep up in the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, on offline single player, I just won't play Warlock. And when I play online, I will ban everybody from playing it. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can keep it in the game, and that can be the case. Yeah. Yep. Kawasaki said they banned Abyss from PvP. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't follow PvP too much, but so new news to me. Buff the Druid, please. Cactus, was that you that was spamming all caps earlier? Maybe it was somebody else. Don't do all caps, please. Frowned upon in pretty much every stream in the world. And I'm totally no caps, frowny face. Now I'm anti-Warlock. Anti-Warlock. It is busted. And like, this is the character. I'm not starting another character on ladder right now, but yeah, I mean, the character is busted. It's not as bad as Mosaic, though, because I can see. You know, it doesn't hurt my eyes and hurt my head when other people play the character around me. So it's not as bad that way. But everything is busted about it, and it's too powerful with budget gear, and yeah, it's just busted. Ah, the staff. Nage's Puzzler. I'm just using my Telly staff to attack with because the weapon doesn't much matter. Because you deal so much damage. Mosaic, you had to build up charges at least. Yeah, at least for Mosaic too, you had to find 4 mid-rune. You had to get 2 gulls and 2 males. With this, all you have to do is make an insight in a poleaxe, and you just wreck the whole game. And like a stealth, I still use stealth armor because I want to run faster through town. It saves me time, and the FCR. I don't even use a different armor because I just keep using stealth. I don't even care because it wrecks so much. It's like, yeah, you can do Ubers with a poleaxe, insight, a stealth armor, a lore easily. You can easily wreck Ubers just without getting hit a single time. Yeah. So, Papa Miyoki, yo, you legend! Thank you so much for the 5. That is 5, right? 5 tier 1 subs over on Twitch. You legend! Oh yeah! Thank you so much for the generosity. Round of applause. Thank you so much. I should get an Archon plate. Yeah, I should get an Archon plate. Upgraded stealth, yeah. Yep. Totes. Enigma would be more walk run. Yeah, it would be. I probably would have got one if I wouldn't have done that declone walk at the beginning of the season. Because, I mean, I found that low rune, I found a Griffin's, I found... What else did I find? I had something else that was super valuable. I had that, like, perfect 4-socketed ethereal. I feel like the potion's blocked out. The loop filter's working. I can't even click on it, though. Usually you can click on it, right? Oh, there you go. But, Ethereal CV, and maybe we'll keep that. Maybe somebody wants it. Yeah, I had a perfect 4-socket ethereal man catcher that I found on like the first day, but unfortunately nobody's playing. Nobody wanted those for their mercenaries because everybody's a warlock, so the value of it wasn't as high as supply and demand issues there. But thanks for the walk back then. Yeah, I was involved. I traded for everything I had for 3 SOJs at the start. So I only contributed 3 SOJs to it, I guess. So it wasn't like I had, you know. But I did what I could. I did what I could. Three low first week of ladder. Jeez, that's pretty crazy, Teeps. That's pretty crazy. No, I found a low on the playthrough from some random monster audit trap. What are your opinion on how I would do Ubers with my Warlock? Enigma, Shaco, Fortitude. Any other things? I mean, you could, but you don't really need anything. Just get an amp damage guy like this, and that's all you really need. Like, I've kind of put a video about it, a few different videos actually, but so when I did Ubers on my Warlock, I used a Poleaxe Insight. Maybe I used the Cryptic Axe one. I might have used this Insight right here. Yeah, I mean you don't need great gear. Like, I use my stealth armor right here. I'm pretty sure. Like, I do have a Shaco, which is cool, and I found an Arachnid's Mesh, which is nasty, but. The only thing is make sure that when you're attacking Mephisto, or is it Uber Izzy? Make sure your guy is standing directly between you and him while you're shooting, because his chilling armor will wreck you. You should be good as long as you make sure you keep your guy between Uber Mephisto and yourself, and Izzy and yourself. Retro saying Ethereal Edge gives 12k more damage than Obedience, and it seems odd. Well, you're talking about the character screen, I assume, right? That's what people are like, oh, I got my character screen up to this number, and I'm like, wait, are people looking at the character screen and caring what the number is over there again? Are we back to that? Is the character screen just always wrong and it always is lying? Sometimes it's right. Not usually, though. 150 cast sanctuary runs, no Shaco or Arax. Yeah, that's not really that many runs. More so would be the amount of time that took you. So it's going to depend what build you got, you know, and stuff. So I just got super lucky on my Arax. I got this off a Terrorized Cow King in a public game that I snagged. So I got lucky. But yeah. Yeah, whatever. Arax is incredibly hard to find. Shaco can take you a while too. Depends how lucky or unlucky you are. I traded for it. I think I traded. When was that trade happening? I don't remember exactly. But oh, that's not what I meant to do. I think I traded for that around. I think that was all around in the same time when I got those SOJs. I got the Shaco and stuff like that. I think just the Shaco, pretty much. I did trade for these, and then they're Alder's boots. They're behind chat here, but I traded for those, and then like 2 hours later, I found a pair. I was like, man, I just can't find these things. That's how it goes, though, right? That's how it goes. I'll save this if someone wants it. They put it in Act 4 Merc, and it can get a conviction aura. Don't give them any ideas, please. Please, for the love of God. Universal, you actually got something good off of a Herald. Holy moly. Yeah, I guess Heralds can drop good stuff, but they're so few and far between, really. that, you know, it seems like I never get one. Never get nothing good off of them. Oh man, make some water. Pat, heralds for people with little tile. I'm assuming that's little time. You're saying don't work. Yeah, if your time in your life is segmented up like every adult human, like who isn't a full-time streamer, yeah, Thunder Chimes are toughy. So yeah, someone answered there already. I guess I'll go do it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm using this hex purge. That's why mine's green. If you use one of the other hexes, it turns it purple. And I think it's also purple if you don't use any hex too, right? Yeah, I don't know why so much stuff on the Warlock is all pink and purple, but wait, why is that not doing any damage? Oh no, Universal said you thought you got a Sunder twice, but it was a Geeds both times. Oh, they're immune to physical. I did not see that before. I don't know how I didn't see they were immune to physical. Guess I'm just blind. Oops, I didn't do that. Pat said you played for 4 hours, 2 days in a row, almost no heralds. Yeah, I guess it does come down to a thing too, where how efficient you are. But yeah, that's what a lot of people are. You know, even if you're not talking the time, the number of people I did a full game clear and I got 2 heralds and stuff like that. It's like I didn't even get to see a tier 3 herald. Yeah, I did 2 full game clears. It's like, man, rough. Thing is too is full game clears probably can take a long time if them all, like, so many of the monsters are immune to you, right? Yeah, Jolly, that's some people say that. They say they find multiple Sunders every single day. I don't know, that's not the average person. You say my group. So you play for 5-6 hours a day and you find a Sunder between 8 people. So that means it takes you 8 days. It takes you, what's 8 times 5? 40? 40 hours to get a Sunder Charm that could be the right kind that you need. And you have to play for like hours straight of a full game clear. You know, for some people that doesn't work. For you, you know, some people can. You know, some people can. I could play for 3 hours straight to do a full game clear. 5 hours straight to do one solo or something. But yeah, a lot of people can't. A lot of people don't have 8 other people that they know that they can share drops with and split the Sunder Chimes, right? And there's no other way to find them. That's the only issue. So you get a Sunder Charm every hour. Okay, well, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. Not everybody has 8 people to split games with and split their Sunder Chimes. So I don't know, you know. 1 Sunder Charm an hour. Every other hour. Okay. What am I supposed to say? You're saying that, and I mean, is that what everybody else does everybody else play and get a Sunder Charm? Like a couple of Sunder Charms a day for your group? Like if you sit down and play for 3 or 4 hours, you get multiple Sunder Chimes every day? Could be. I mean, I guess. I'm not going to argue about it. I I guess, but that doesn't sound like the story I hear from everybody else and whatnot. Could be wrong. Maybe that is how everybody else is. Oh yeah, the LOD Thunder Chimes for sure. Yeah, maybe he hasn't played this this version yet, and he just hopped in and didn't realize there was an expansion, and they changed the Thunder Chime drops to heralds. I don't know. What's the point of lying like that? I'm not saying he's a liar, okay? He did say he did full game clears in an hour, so. So he was talking about this one, so I guess that's true. So J-Rock says you should only be able to find Sunders if you can play for multiple hours in a row. And if you can't play, if you have to spread those hours out amongst different days, then you shouldn't be able to get a Sunder. That's your, I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, I think that any item should be able to be found right away. Like, you shouldn't have to play for 3, 4, 5 hours straight. You should be able to pay for like 5 minutes here and 20 minutes here and eventually get it. But it's a completely, what I'm saying, it is just an opinion, of course. It is just an opinion. But I think that that's not good. That's just my opinion, though. Okay, so coaches 2 Little League teams. Umpire on your free time. Yeah, I don't know. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, so some people think that the Thunder Charm drops are fine. I just don't. I just don't. And it's not the rarity of the drop, it's how they drop. I don't even really know if the rarity is right, to be honest, because, you know, how do you even tell? No good. Don't need any more of those. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll move on from the Thunder Charm one. I've definitely given my opinion on it. I kind of see a mixture of opinions, I guess. Mostly that people don't like it, but a few people do. So, does it get old? A little bit, Scrubs, but it's part of the job. But I can always just go, you know what? Let's move on to a different topic. Like I was probably saying that as you were typing that, but. Did they buff drop opportunities? Sure. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, like, so buff, you mean buff in the sense of like how I use buff and nerf for the skills. Like anything that's wrong with it, to change it to make it better. Yeah, I think that Thunder Chimes just need to be removed from Terror Zones and added in to drop the way that every other item in the game drops. That's what I think. That's my fix. But just like you find a Gajeeds, just like you find Griffin's Eye from monsters you can find in all these different areas, and you can go farm them anytime you want to, for as long as you want to, or as short as you want to, with whatever build you think is good for it and you want to. You don't have to farm the pits if you don't want to find a Griffin's Eye. You could go farm Ancient Tunnels. There are a lot of other places to get it. You don't have to farm the place that the game is, that Blizzard is telling you have to go farm to find the thing that you want to go farm, you know, for hours straight, you know, without, you know, taking breaks or anything. Obviously, I'm not going to find, and actually kind of crazy, I have not gotten a single ire today. I'm only running individual games, but you'd think I would just randomly have gotten at least the ire of the Herald. I've been clearing Terror Zones like non-stop here. I was doing Chaos, of course, but I did an hour and a half straight of clearing Terror Zones. Like, I've done a total of an hour and a half clearing Terror Zones so far, and I haven't got the ire of the Herald a single time yet. But I've only been jumping from game to game, though, so I'm not, you know, I'm not going crazy with it. Bad map seed? Maybe. Could be. Move it to everywhere, drop rate slower? Maybe. I don't even know what the drop rate really is. You know, if you moved it to like a TC-87 type of situation, or if you just make it be able to drop, like make it off of 78 monsters or something, but have a lower drop rate. I'm not even sure necessarily, because I don't even know really what the drop rate would feel like now, because getting the heralds to spawn and stuff is just a disaster, you know? Yeah, usually I feel like I would have had a herald ire within an hour and a half of killing monsters in a terror zone. The tier would keep resetting, of course, because I keep saving and exiting, but I would at least have the tier, or maybe like, or have the ire, I mean. Kind of weird. Doom saying that right now the Sunder is on the tier 0 might drop rate. Yeah, it's... I'm just trying to think of the way I want to word it or whatever. I guess we're going to keep talking about it. I said move on, but then I keep talking about it too, so... It's almost... I don't even know how to explain it. Because drop rate could be, like, confusing to where it doesn't really mean what we're trying to say it means, but, like, yeah, just finding it is ridiculous. Because it, no doubt, the way Sunder Chimes drop now benefit people who play the game for, like, 5 or 6 hours every day. Like, a lot. And obviously, if you play 6 hours every day and you slay more monsters, but it benefits people who can sit down and play for, like, 6 straight hours all the time. Ooh, little Koruna. I love popsicles. And it really is bad, feels bad, man, for somebody who's like an everyday guy who can only play for 20 minutes here and 10 minutes there. So, like, I think if it takes 20 hours to find a Sunder Charm, it should, you know, on average, it should be that for everybody. But if you can't play for 5 straight hours, it's going to take you 500 hours to find a Sunder Charm. But if you can play for 5 straight hours, it'll only take you 20 hours to find a Sunder Charm. It's actually penalizing people who are everyday players. Kind of. I wish I would have thought of that, wording it that way in my video and stuff. It is quite literally penalizing everyday people. Disappointing. Nobody cares about talking about the Sunder Charm? Wow. Everyone's comment would disagree with Nomek. Every person's comment everywhere would disagree with what you just said. S tier comment, though. Appreciate you. Bring back the oldest Sunder method as well. So you would have both Sunder Charms around, like the old one and the new one? Never crossed my mind. The old one and the new one at the same time. Would the old one always be like anti-perfect or something? Or you just couldn't... It would be exactly the same as it was before, you're saying? Really, if they just got rid of the new one and just went back to the old one, I think, probably. I think I'd rather have that, to be honest. I don't know. Boy, it is weird that I didn't notice that till a few minutes ago, that I haven't gotten the ire of a herald a single time. And obviously I'm just jumping in one game, so I know that, but... Interesting. Yeah, Queso saying you're gonna end up the game having only warlocks because they can clear the entire game without having a Sunder Charm, and you don't need to break any immunities, or you can break all physical immunes. Yeah, that is. We'll see how it plays out in the future. You know, how they change anything or whatever. But if they don't change a ton of stuff, that's what it's gonna end up being. Yeah, all warlocks, because you don't need to break. You know, you can break immunities instantaneously, easily. So. Girl, ask your chance of getting a new Sunder is pretty much 0. Yeah, probably. pretty much. Yeah, the average Joe, it's not really made for the average person anymore. Is there a time limit to the terror zone if you terrorize the whole act? No, as long as you don't leave the game, as long as you stay in the game, that whole act will be terrorized. So I guess there are workarounds for like offline single player, I guess. Some people saying like you can just terrorize the whole act and then pause your game while you go to work and come home. Then maybe you can play again for a little bit and then like go to sleep and get up and play it and then like pause it again like while you're sleeping and then pause it when you go into work again. So you can keep clearing the full game. Just hope your game doesn't crash or something. Sell all the warlock stuff for to get yourself any warlock stuff you find to get a Sunder Charm. Yeah, that could be the play probably online. Just farm keys to trade to because the Sunder Charms for all the other builds are going to be like Sunder Charms are pretty much going to be worthless because nobody will need them because they'll all be warlocks, right? Does it go this way too? No, this is not terrorized. Okay. Wing Chun, welcome in. Kawasaki said you can just like find all these different shards, but each shard just terrorizes whatever zone you're standing in instead of having them tied to it. That could be something to alleviate the difference in the drop rates between them, maybe, or something. If they just want to go like a simple fix like that, or really, there's a lot of the shard drop rates is a real easy fix, I believe. They can just change the level that they drop at and stuff, or change some numbers here and there. I feel like that'll be an easy fix. Like that is one thing that could, I guess, fix it, but I don't think that's the path they would take, personally. I think they're gonna just start making them so that they all drop like from all different monsters at the same rates, so you'll have like even amounts of all of them. That's my guess, though. Just guessing. Zog says if you have a bunch of buddies who all have a bunch of shards and a bunch of time and hours to play together all at the same time, then you'll find a Sunder. Anyone who plays in public games or by themselves are screwed. Yeah, kinda, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess kinda, sorta, pretty much, sorta, kinda. Gunshin said you used some shards to terrorize Act 2 a couple of times. Oh, and Act a couple of times, and you got disconnected both times. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh no! You know what I just realized? I got all chit-chatty. I was gonna stand up and walk on my treadmill for a little bit. And then I was gonna go to the gym later. But now it's almost I'm not even gonna stream much longer. I don't want to walk like 45 minutes before I go to the gym and do deadlifts. Man. Oh well. I'm literally sitting here in shorts with my walking shoes on because I was gonna get on the treadmill when I finished my coffee. I was gonna finish my coffee and then I forgot. This guy. Heralds have 100% chance to drop Sunders. Difficulty with reward, just like Ubers. I don't know, Genki. Yeah, that doesn't sound quite right to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. I'm gonna keep running this just Terror Zones here on P1. I can stream a little bit longer than regular days, so I don't have to pick my daughter up. Ooh, Neolithic Temple next. It's weird that I haven't got a single ire yet. I haven't got the ire from the Herald a single time yet. Not once today, in an hour and a half of Terror Zoning. Now, I wouldn't have stacked up to Tier 5 Heralds regardless, but I feel like the 2% chance of gaining the ire of the Herald should have happened at some point already, right? Because the odds of gaining ire from taking out the champs, or the like uniques and elites and whatnot, it's always 2%, right? It doesn't change with players count, or am I forgetting something? Oh, gotta get beat up over here. Right? The ire is always 2% all the time, no matter what. So, right? How do you know what the Terror Zone stuff? I can shout it out, I guess. I've shouted it out a lot of times in different videos and stuff, but we'll show it off, I guess. A lot of new and returning people here. So there's a website called d2emu.com. Boop, 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 boop. So this website has, right here's the online tracker. This is the current one. For online, you can only see the current one and the next one. For single player, there is a Terror Zone offline right here. And this has a full list of, so what day are we? We're on Monday, right? Where's the red line? Red line right here. So these are the next ones coming up. Ooh, it just was Worldstone Keep. Ooh, look at that. Cathedral, Chaos, Worldstone Keep. Across 2 hours. Legendary. Yeah, I'm about to die in the background, it sounds like, but. So yeah, it shows you exactly what time and when they're all at. Yeah. Not sponsored, but hey, D2Emu, you want to sponsor me? Let me know. Let me know. Hit me up. That website's probably made by some random guy who just like made it like for their own enjoyment or whatever, you know, like just because they wanted to make their own site and they had this information. Probably doesn't make any money. Either way, if you want to sponsor me. Whoops, I just chugged a bunch of potions in accident. Whoops. You only grow muscle when you're resting. Well, I mean, you gotta do some stuff. I don't just want to grow muscle either, personally. At my age, gotta do some cardio, keep that heart slightly healthy, keep that thing pumping for a while, make it stronger, burn a few calories. I know cardio's not the end all be all for losing weight, but it doesn't hurt. Just baby cardio, baby walking cardio. A little extra, you know? I was just thinking the other day, I kind of get in my routine. I haven't done hack squats in like years. Thinking about doing hack squats again. Maybe do that today. Vinny, yeah, you can change the clock in your computer on single player and get the same Terror Zone forever, yeah. If you wanted to, but yeah. Genki said you would prefer the guaranteed loot for beating something difficult. Gotcha. Yeah, that's just I don't like that personally because that's not the Diablo 2 way. Diablo 2 has always been like a slot machine, you know? You slay monsters that are the proper level in the proper area or whatever to drop the item, and you got to keep taking out, you got to keep going after the slot machine over and over and hope that you eventually come up as a winner. Like gambling. I feel like Diablo 2 historically hasn't, until they added in torches, there's never been like you do a job and you get compensated for it like this. Torches and Annie's had been like that. The Annie situation is kind of like a nostalgic, like, oh, remember when they added this in to get rid of all the SOJs that were duped? Ha ha ha. So it was kind of like, I don't know. I don't like that they're going with that for so much stuff in the game, to be honest, but of course that's just an opinion, right? I prefer the slot machine mechanic. Hammer Strength has a good hack squat. Is Hammer Strength? You're talking about like a company that makes machines, or like? Yeah, because I go to a gym. I'm not gonna buy my own hack squat. No. How much do you think I make on here? Paper Cut likes hacks more than regular squat. Yeah, I haven't done deadlifts in a while either. I hurt my back real bad, and I've been kind of. I might need to take like a couple of months and work on some. Oh, that's the first ire I've gotten in 2 hours. 2 hours of hitting Terror Zones, and I've gotten the Ire of the Herald one time. Not that it matters much because it's going to be a tier 1 Herald, and it's just all but a 0% chance of dropping a Sunday, but the gym should have one. Yeah, the gym definitely has hack squats and stuff. They got a couple different hack squat machines. Like actually, they probably only have like 2 of them, maybe. They got a lot more racks though, which is cool. What they got? 6, 8. I think they got 8 squat racks in the main room, and then they have like an extra room that's like a VIP lifting room that you can pay an extra like $25 a month to get access to. That's just like for the rich people, and I'm just like a peasant, like a peon lifter, peasant lifter that has like another 8 squat racks in it or something. Direct quote from me, right, Jordan? Yeah. Don't want no girly pink weapon. True story. What am I, Sailor Moon over here? Wait, I got double ironed? Double ironed. Getting pretty intense around here, fellas. I guess I should just teleport around until one spawns now, right? If I was doing full game clears, now's the time you want to start it up, right? Dev's watching. Yeah, he's like, bro, this guy hasn't gotten ire in a long time. Let's turn his ire coefficient up. Where am I going? Where's the way out? Did I see it? Where's the way to the next area? Is it right here? I think so. Hate when the gyms go 2-tiered. Yeah, kinda. Oh wait, no, this isn't. Oh no, I cleared the whole terror zone. Right. He's not gonna spawn now. I got 2. I might as well use a shard, huh? How much time do I got? It's 3:30. Oh, let me check my messages in case. Oh no, that's my. I got a bandit on my finger. I gotta check this. Very important. Okay, I can keep streaming. I'm not leaving, but I have to go upstairs for like 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Right back. Back already. Give me one quick second. Let's send a text real quick. Okay, sorry. Yeah, still rocking the Nage's Puzzler as the weapon. Yep. There's no reason to switch it. It wrecks everything, so. What time we got here? 28? I am double whatchamacalled it, so maybe I should just wait a minute, huh? Till the next Neothex temple. Free to combat for the barbarian. Odd. Okay, so I used to go to a gym. Gym had 2 floors. Legendary. I guess I've seen a few that had 2 floors, yeah. My wife used to go to one, like it was... What's that one that... Not that it's for women, but a lot more women go to it. And it's like real expensive. She used to go to that one when I met her, and I was like... What is it? It's like $120 a month? What? Tell me that. But G stacks. Yo! Bugman. Wing Chun found a win for us today. Nice. Maxie said you can fully appreciate the Nagus set thanks to the Warlock. Yeah, somebody told me that the full set's actually kind of good. But I mean, everything's good on the Warlock, but I don't know what all comes. I think, like, if you have the armor, it gives you, like, some more FCR or something, and, like, a bunch of magic find maybe for the full set. I don't remember exactly, but I mean, everything's good on the Warlock, so. Like, you could be like, yeah, you could walk over to, like, Charcy in normal difficulty and buy pieces of gear and throw them on the Warlock, and you're like, yeah, I can wreck Ubers easy, you know. Yeah, let's start from the top. I have 2 stacks of ire already from the other Terrazon. Let's see if I can get a one Herald to spawn somewhere. Nope. Usually, you'll get that force spawn when you hop into a game to a new level like this, but didn't happen, unfortunately. Just Tal's armor's been good for you. Well, glad it's working out for you. Yeah, pretty much anything works out for you. Just anything you find, grab it, throw it on, you're good to go. I'm too lazy to switch weapons, so I just use my tele staff. Boom blast. Yeah, that's not surprising. Not surprising at all. Oh, let's go. Okay, which direction is he? He's gotta be down here. I see the blue. Whatchamacallit. Codex. Where is he? They had the aura. But I didn't see him though. Right. Oh no! It's in a rough area. There he is. With my tele staff. What? Where's my Sunder Charm at? Why'd it just... Oh! Tier 2! Let's go! I had a double stack ire, so... Rough area to get these, too. You don't want to spawn your heralds in this joint, because the monsters can be too tough. At least they didn't spawn at the same time. No Sunder again? Broke. I know, right? I killed 2 heralds already and no Sunder Charm? This game stinks! Do a playthrough only using the white gear? I mean, maybe. I'm not much of a... I don't really, like, super enjoy full playthrough type. I mean, I don't know. I could, but... I mean, might as well just do it with no gear. We'll go with FD, I guess. You're hardcore Warlock got 1 tapped by a tier 5 Herald. I don't think... So there was that one day when I had those Herald Succubi or whatever, and I had 2 Heralds at once, you know. I had two of those witches at once, you know. We're getting hit up pretty good then. But ever since then, I've never had an issue with the Herald. I'm waiting to see the first time I take on a Herald of like a, you know, a sorceress of some kind or whatever, or maybe I'm like item find barb in the pits or something, and a Herald pops up or something. But yeah, usually they die so fast. Like I'm only hitting them with my tele staff. If I switch to Ariok's Needle, which does do more damage, but like when you're fighting regular monsters, like if you one-shot monsters with your tele staff like this, or you one-shot them with your Ariok's Needle, it doesn't really matter what you one-shot them with. You know, it doesn't change anything. With some harder monsters, it would. Like if I had the Ariok's Needle, I'd probably pull that out for the next time I see a Herald. It would probably take him out quite a bit faster. Bunch more skills, 50% deadly strike. Oh, the frozen armor, yeah. Because the frozen armor only shoots out if you attack with a ranged attack, right? And usually, who in their right mind would what you're gonna do? Boazon Ubers? Like, no, nobody does that. So usually you don't ever see it, right? Fierce, what's going on? Yo, yo, yo. If you're trying to do Ubers with charged bolt sorceress, you'll get ripped by those. Yeah, I've never tried that one before. You know anybody who's tried that, Smulps, or? I mean, I can only guess you, of course. Who else would bring that up? Appreciate you. Like the new video, Fierce? Thank you, thank you. Ubers with normal quality items with the Warlock. That wouldn't even be a challenge, really, to be honest. All you do is stand behind your guy while he face tanks everything, and you just attack, and then it's over. I mean, I might get one tapped here or there, because if anything does hit you, you'd be toast. But I played it safe enough. I guess we'll just say it wouldn't be that hard of a challenge. You just got to be careful and not make sure none of the add-ons hit you. Actually, right? That's the problem. Wing Chung said he's seen somebody with 3 lows and a ethereal Tomb Reaver. Yeah. Bunch of deadly strike. Yeah. A lot of low runes though. That's tough to ask somebody to find that. Yeah, I'm not reading Twitch now. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Tough to read both of them when so many comments flying in. You know what's also not tough to do, though? Hit the like button on YouTube, by the way. Not tough at all, right? Nah, not tough at all. Jeremy had some of that luck where he has the runes to make Enigma, but no Shaco. That happens to... I mean, it sounds like a good problem to me, I'll be honest. Sounds like a great problem. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically for me, I haven't found a Shaco either on ladder. I found a low rune, no Shaco. I found a Rakdos Mesh. Oop, hitting some cage here. Crazy Ank, doing good. Silent saying YouTube drowns out Twitch. In a way, but also in a way it doesn't, because the chats up here are combined, but I actually have the chat split. I don't read the chats together. I'm looking back and forth at one and the other, so. I actually tend to read Twitch more often than like the number of viewers you'd really think, because it's more noticeable to see the comments because less of them are coming in, you know what I mean? Like the YouTube chat's just like, and it's hard to, like, it's impossible. I can't catch them all. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough at reading. Crown of Ages dropped. Crown of Ages, huh? I think that was an undead crown, not a Crown of Ages. Where was that? That was over here, right? Yeah, it's 2 to undead. Some with the Necromancer. I forget what it is. Oh, Skeleton Master. There you go. Yeah. I discovered it though for my Chronicle. At least I got that. Check out my last video. Check out one of my older videos, I should say. I got full gear and everything in that about the build. Haven't changed pretty much anything. Not leaving. Sorry, I don't know what I clicked. Oh, stream was starting. I accidentally clicked off my monitor. Whoops. Go. Do forgive me. Streamer reset. Yeah, my stream just started again. Yeah, exactly. Just a little. We're gonna repeat. Luck's gonna start over. It's gonna be great. No, I've been doing that. I feel like I never did that before until I started playing like this build or something. I don't even know. I feel like I never used to do that until this season. Which is illogical because I teleport all the time, but classic Phil, there you go. Ariok's needle price went up because of Warlock? Yeah, you mean Ariok's needle went from everybody would just throw it on the ground and or wouldn't even pick it up to now people do pick it up? Grimmery. What a gold. Stream does not reset. Well, I was just joking because I clicked on the stream starting soon button or whatever. Yeah. Just got done plowing all the snow. Gross. Wicked. Gross. Oh no, Granky said he didn't know that they were worth anything, this ladder, and he found an ethereal Ariox and threw it on the ground. Woof. So it's 340 something here. I did get a couple levels. Maybe I'll just go ahead and, I don't know, I could run this area in a different game. Maybe I'll just terrorize. I got so many Act 1 things. Maybe I'll just terrorize Act 1 and just go get after it. You end up with 70,000 Act 1 shards anyways, so. Don't have a ton of time, but some time. Bike Stealer, get some chances. Congrats. What's the next zone, just out of curiosity? How level next? What? Unbelievable. Grimmery. No, it's not a Grimoire. No, it says Grimmery for sure. Grimmery for sure. 100%. I was hoping this was a Grimmery so I could point to it and say, see, I told you. Wait, this is some kind of Grimmery? Oh, they're all both codecs. Codecs. They're both codecs. But I almost said it the wrong way there for a second. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Too busy being a ridiculous nonsense. We'll just start at the coal plant. Thunder chime incoming. Guaranteed. How's the Chronicle coming? I mean, online Chronicle I don't even pay attention to be honest. Like, I hop into games. Ooh, almost got a Tyrael's Might. I hop into games and then like within 10 seconds, like maybe people are already playing and it's like, whoop, and something's added to your Chronicle. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. You know? Let me get some of those Act 1 shards. You don't have any Act 1 shards? They drop at like 10 times the what is it, Act 1 and 2 drop at like 10 times the rates of the Act 5? Or, I don't remember what the numbers are really, but much more better. Much higher. Only one's ever dropped for you? What? Interesting. Do you not run Terror Zones very often, I'm guessing, or high level areas? You just run like just the pits all the time, or just like the jail all the time or something? Huh, they just don't seem to drop for you? Are you playing Reign of the Warlock, or? Yeah, I'm not sure. Weird. I guess today I've only found one, but... Like, if I play for a couple of hours, like this solo by myself, I usually find like one, or maybe two, but usually like one card. If you're in games with other people, they just like pop out everywhere. Pew, pew, pew. Not everywhere, but yeah, shards probably drop at now drop at the rates of like Thunder Charms, what they used to be. Burial Ground. We'll take out what's their name real quick. But they can drop from everywhere, though, now. Like, anywhere in Hell difficulty, right? So. This is ladder, but I'm just, like, chilling, playing by myself, pretty much. Not worrying about trying to get a team together and stuff. Just chilling. This is for Clout. No Act 1's for you either. That's just so strange, because the way that they drop the Act 1 shards, are like astronomically most common when farming Terror Zones than any of the other acts. I think it's Act 1 and 2 are they the same, or I can't remember all the numbers. But yeah, Act 1 is like the most common from, and then occasionally you can get a random drop of a different one. But the only place that is like most common to get the Act 5 ones are the jail and catacombs when unterrorized, because they drop based upon the monster level. Like, that's how it kind of like rolls which one's gonna fall. So summoning skill Grand Charm that I'll never need. Well, hey, you got a summoner, you got a skiller anyways, huh? Yeah, it's weird if you have more 5s than 1s. That is very strange. Yeah, just the way the drop odds are set up. Beyond my bounds. You only found, let's see, one Act 5 shard compared to dozens of each of the other 3. If you mean like Act 1, 2, and 3, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Apparently the Act 5 are, yeah, they're like 10 times less likely to drop than any of the other ones. Like, especially if you're farming Terror Zones to try to get Thunder Charms, and then the area, if you're a high level character, will just cause the Act 1s to drop like way more often. More 3s than any other one. Yeah, I don't remember the number for that one. I just remember the Act 5 and the Act 1 from the information I had read. I don't remember everything about everything, I guess. Refresh the stream to see if I got any more YouTube likes. Oh, hopefully I did. I'm not sure. Where was I going? Yeah, let's just teleport over here. Teleport. First SOJ, congrats. We do prefer not doing all caps though, but you're happy, celebrating. I get you. Congrats on the SOJ. Boom Blaster saying the dagger's selling for 35k with just any skill on them's nice. I mean, kind of, yeah, I guess if you're teleporting around all the time, for sure. Wait, where was the way out? I don't want to waste my teleport just willy-nilly in around here. Gotta be over here somewhere, huh? But it doesn't look like it. Am I blind? Stony Field. Oh, is there a cave? Maybe I missed a cave. I forgot. I always forget there could be a cave. Oh, is it right here? Maybe? I don't know why. I always forget there's like the cave underground passage. Yeah, dummy. Only 124 more SOJs for an EU walk. Maybe. Miss being able to gamble a Gull Dagger, Genki? Huh. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. I never did that, so I never would use Gull Dagger personally. I feel like Spirit Sword too powerful early on, and then later, obviously there's better options. Deliverer, congrats on the Iraqs. It's a rare one to find. Rare one to find. Watch one of your videos when you mentioned a website for drop chances. Yeah, if you just type into any search engine like D2R drop odds, there's like 80 of them, and you can just pick which one, you know. There's a Max Roll's a website that has one. There's one called Silaspin's drop odds calculator. There's others. There's others. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. Drake said he hasn't, he's just been farming keys so far. Haven't had time to even think about the shards and the statues and stuff yet. Gotcha. Yeah, I did a little bit of keys. I farmed up a couple of key sets, to be honest. And then I got super lucky with the Warlock Torch. Just stupid lucky. I wasn't gonna farm up any more keys after that point anyways. Takes too long. D2 Emu has a drop odds thing too. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they would sponsor me if I shout out their features, you say? I don't know if they sell stuff on that website, I guess. If that's what you're getting at. Yeah, no, I get offers from websites from different websites all the time, like, hey, we offer in-game services and items for sale, you want a sponsorship, blah blah blah. And I'm like, nope. Best way for an insight base. I mean, any insight base you should just be able to find anywhere. But yeah, I mean, kind of what people said there. Technically, if you have less magic find, instead of an item dropping magic, it'll drop more likely to be socketed or something, so. Warlock MF hero for the entire account. Yeah, well. Grimmery. See? Grimory. Everybody knows that's how it's pronounced. That is pronounced Grimoire. There's no W in there. Don't even try to tell me that's some French word where the OI makes a ooh sound. Don't even try to tell me that. OG saying crazy to spend money on gear in this game. I kind of think so too, but yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people don't like going out and finding gear, and they don't think it's exciting or fun. They view going out and finding gear as like annoying work that they have to do. So, just depends on the person, I guess. I mean, I've heard some people that, you know, that said that, you know, hey, I make $65 an hour at work, and do I really want to spend 700 hours farming up these runes? Or I can spend the equivalent of 15 minutes at work on an Enigma and an Infinity and a Griffin's Eye, and like, I guess so. I almost left the game because I was like, I cleared the whole area. Yeah, the lottery ticket thing. Yeah, to me, like it's the gambling aspect that it's kind of like is what is kind of the enjoyment of it. It's not like work, but yeah, pretty much. Where were we here? We'll just jump to Darkwoods. Depends on your financial situation and lifestyle, I guess. Yeah, I definitely do not make $150,000 a year or something, so that's pretty solid. 2 to Warlock with 16 all res. 3 to mana, also goated. I mean, it's okay. It's a little too to skilly there. With some res. Ever make a vid on a decent Warlock build? I got a few different ones. The Fire Warlock, the Echoing Strike, I definitely have built videos on that are kind of about my build, but just kind of about the Echoing Strike in general. I'm kind of in the process of working on a Blood Boil video, actually. Yeah, I could be. I don't know. I didn't want to just pump out like 3 build guide videos a day, and I don't know. Maybe I should have just done that like everybody else, but. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start getting some of those, more of those, I guess. Blood Boil is fun. Yeah, it seems all right. I was trying to do like a budget version of it, which you can do, but it's, you know, when you're Chelly stomping everything, it makes the survivability sketch. See, here's how the thing's gonna go too. I'm gonna clear this entire Act 1. And I'm not going to get like a single Nether Herald. Was this the way out? Which way am I going here? There's the exit, the cave, so I gotta go this way. Why are you hiding over here? No budget version of that, Jordan. Karu said, did a full Act 1, got 1 Herald. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll probably take about the time to clear the full act, I guess. Maybe I'll just skip like a couple of like bad areas or something like that are real bad. But yeah, we'll see if I get another herald. I got 2 of them in a different terror zone. Neelathek's temple. Oh, as soon as I said it, right? As soon as I said it. The devs are like, he said the magic words. Initiate the herald. The hole's good, right? Just had to beg. Please! I want a herald to fight. Yeah, this is still only tier 3, so there's like a negative 100% chance of finding a thunder charm from it. Oh, here we go. It's happening. It's happening, everybody. We'll get him with the real weapon this time. Hey, miserable point. Blood Pact Shard. Okay, interesting. I was just talking about doing Blood Boil. This is made for a Blood Boil build apparently. Blood Boil and Blood Oath. And then, of course, we got a Stone of Jordan 2. What? Oh. That's cool. I'd already found one, it looks like, but yeah, whatever. Melting with Ondals. I'm actually using Nature's Puzzler. So it's got 1 to all skills, not 4. Or maybe you're saying you were. I'm not sure, but... That time, when I attacked that guy, I did switch to my, I switched over real quick to my, Ariox Needle. Just for full transparency. Just for that, though. Dull Rune, there we go. Seven more teleports. Use them well. Okay, so said you bought items 20 years ago and you felt like it was cheating, so you deleted your character. 20 years ago, jeez. Sending me good juju. Appreciate it.
Greetings.
Maybe. Trying to farm torches, level 93 Sork can't do it. Smite Pally is definitely the go-to option, yeah. Yep. Definitely Smite Pally will wreck. Or if you're playing the Echoing Strike Warlock, wrecks as well, of course. So, how long did it take me to make money? Actually make money. So, I think I was making videos and stuff for like a year and a half. I just got lucky is what happened, you know? Be a content creator, essentially. How far did I make it? I don't remember. I was just like, hey, I'll just make Diablo 2 videos, and then, yeah, then like a year and a half later, it was like, yeah, we're remaking Diablo 2, and I'm like, what? And then, yeah, my channel blew up. I mean, blew up. I don't know. You know what I mean. Blew up as a, what do you even call it? A relative statement. But in my opinion, it was like, where is the Tawa? Do it for the love, the rest will follow. Well, I got pretty lucky. That's what I say. That's what I say. I mean, it was, of course, too. Where is... I'm in the Black Marsh. I was, like, working in a factory for, like, 8 hours a day and then coming home and for, like, making videos and editing for, like, 4 hours after work stuff, so... I don't know how much it really helped me, but I was trying to, like, a lot of people just, like, you know, and editing wasn't as much of a thing back then. You know, now it's easier to edit. Computers are more powerful and stuff, but I was really trying to not just make the whole, like, click record and talk for a half hour and then just upload it type of videos. I was trying to, like, edit the videos. And, like, try to set myself apart. I don't know if that really made a big difference or not, but I'd like to think that the amount of effort I put in did make a difference. Nowadays, sometimes I do actually edit the videos less than I used to be honest. I started to think it didn't really make a difference, but where's the tower at, bruh? Not here. I'm gonna teleport around with all my... Oh my gosh. Tucked in this corner. Great. Pretty likable. Thanks. Appreciate you. How much did I play when I had a 9 to 5? I mean, I don't know how to really answer that, because like I kind of like a little bit before I started making videos, I kind of like came back to Diablo 2, so I wasn't like blasting for 20 straight years, and then I was like, you know what? I've been blasting this game for 20 years. Why don't I go ahead and make YouTube videos now? It was more like I learned this and I learned this and I learned this and I learned this, and I was like, what should I make my YouTube channel about? I thought about fantasy football. I thought about this or that topic, you know, and I'm like, man, everybody makes fantasy football videos. Everybody makes sports videos. There's a billion people. There's only like 15 people that make Diablo 2 videos. So like, while there'll be less of an opportunity to grow my channel big quickly, like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I should probably just have the least competition as possible. And anyone who likes Diablo 2 will just have to watch my videos by default, because there's no one else to make them. So. And also, I didn't want to have to do research all the time, so I made it about, like, I was making videos about stuff I already knew, like how to do lower cross runs, how to make a Blizzard sorceress. Like, I already knew all that stuff. Any information I didn't know is super easy to find, you know, so. Finding a niche, yeah. Yeah, it's tough to bust into a topic. Like, you can make crazy good videos, but if there's 150,000 people making videos about the same topic you are, it's really hard to get the algorithm to recommend your videos to, you know, to somebody. When there's some person with 8.5 million subscribers and they have 4 full-time editors and like 2 writers, and all they do is like read the script, and then they upload, you know, their editors do everything, you know. Hard to compete with corporations making YouTube videos, right? More importantly, oh, finding a niche more important than knowing what you're talking about? Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt. I mean, you could just... How many people out there do these, like, video essays about, you know... You think they know everything about whatever, you know, topic they're doing these video essays on? No, they look everything up, and then they just write, like, a paper on it, essentially, and then read the paper. And then they edit in some pictures with some graphics and moving and video, and bing, bang, boom. See what these are. Not 40-15, not good enough. 13 charges. Let's jump back and repair real quick. Do you look up your own guides? Honestly, I do that sometimes, yes. I do. Because I just can't remember everything. And I probably looked up a lot of the stuff when I was making the videos too. Like I can't remember everything all the time. Every build, I haven't played it in 3 years, so I don't remember. Definitely. I do that video editing channel I have. Essentially, the whole purpose for me doing the video editing channel is there are certain ways of editing, like certain techniques of like making videos look a certain way that I only do once in a while. And then it's like, oh man, how do you fix that again? Or how do you do that? I pull up Sweet Film Media, boop, 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 type it in, and I find, because the problem I was having is every time I would go to look for a video to remember or be able to video edit something in a certain way, every video's like, this video's 14 minutes long because they want to be able to put a bunch of ads in it. This video's, maybe you get a short one that's only like 9 minutes. And I'm like, you could just say it in 30 seconds. So I started just making these quick 60-second YouTube videos on how to do stuff with no consideration of how much money I would make off it, how many ads I could put in it. Just straight to the point. Here's how you do it. Click here, go here, click this button, you're done. And yeah, not that one's like taken off. I don't make a lot of videos over there, but I kind of, the point of the story is I was making those videos strictly so that I could go back and re-reference them later. Like, that was like half the reason. I also would like them to blow up and make a bleep ton of money, which they obviously have not. But part of it was so I could go back and reference them later. Scott saying if you were going to, you do a D2 for casuals. Yeah, that's a little bit. I try to do a little bit more stuff for casuals. You're saying that's kind of what you would do though, like your niche to target at. That's what I do a little bit, especially nowadays. Like, I don't think I ever see anyone ever do a budget build guide or like advice on budget gear pieces ever for any build ever. It's always, oh my gosh, this weapon wrecks on Warlock. This Blood Boil build absolutely giga wrecks. Like every single time anyone makes a video ever, which I understand because those videos actually get way more views than a budget build guide. But I don't want to go that way. Echoing Strike build with every weapon. Yeah, you can see a lot of those too as well. Which I get. I'm not saying I'm above it either. I sometimes I do the same consideration. Hey, I'm gonna make this video and I think it's gonna get a lot of views. So I'm not saying I'm better than they are or nothing, but you know. I do quite often make budget build guides, even though I know they're not gonna get as many views as, oh my gosh, this weapon wrecks. This build wrecks. How to play when you're wildly underpowered and still have fun. Yeah. Wildly underpowered is the funnest time to play. Because then when you find stuff, it actually means something. On offline single player now, if I find like Arachnid's Mesh, it's like, woo, Arachnid's Mesh, yeah! And it's like, throw it on the ground. Budget builds are nice. Flabbergasting says, especially with heralds, you have to stay logged in for a long time. You have less time to play. I feel like those two comments aren't connected, but budget build guides are good, and also heralds, you have to stay logged in for a long time. Silent Vendetta. I don't want them Goodwill builds. I want them Prada builds, right? The Giga Chad builds. Yankee said you do budget builds. Anything else is extra? Where was I here? We go to the pits. Maybe we go forward from here. Yeah, I mean, everybody plays budget builds too, right? At some point. Even if you do endgame gear, at some point you're doing budget, right? Or if you can never get to endgame, you're also doing budget stuff, so it should. But everybody wants to see how much everything wrecks and stuff, you know. Just human nature, I guess. Chad. Killer music while I'm playing. Appreciate it. Glad you like it. Gets mixed reviews sometimes. Some people don't like it, but, you know, it never make everybody happy. If only I could, right? I want that. Let's see, so we got one ired up, huh? Power metal killing demons. Oh, yeah. Better believe it. Yeah, I would guess it would pretty much just be people who don't like rock music, essentially. Don't want, like, this loud, aggressive music. Yeah, everyone's got, you know... I should be blasting, like, Dirk Bentley or something. Kenny Chesney while blasting demons. Oh, man. Open. Open up! Bike Stealer. Budget builds help you kind of know what to look for. Yeah, it's definitely something I try to include in them. Within reason, I guess. You can't include everything that you could swap around. Oh, yeah, I came into a new area. I was like, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Where is ya? I always try to throw in a few different options and different, you know, have the little picture slides down of all the different gear pieces. Mozart while slaying demon? You could, yeah, for sure. You're like a psychopath, you know. No, I have done that before, actually. Whoa, okay, maybe I'll get out of here. It reminds me of that scene, you know, I don't know, you see those kind of scenes in different movies, where I guess I didn't see the person, but they must have been in there, I guess. The scenes in movies where it's like slow motion, there's blood like slinging off the sword as they chop somebody in half, you know? Scott said he could have a Grateful Dead type of stuff to a video you could get down with. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, Grateful Dead, I don't even know that I would know what they'd sound like, to be honest, but I like all music, like every style of music. There's something in there I like a little bit, but rock type of musics, the different rock types are definitely my go-tos. Definitely. Fine. What's on the bookshelf? I left the Herald alive in the corner. You don't say. If you say, I'll go back and double check, but I did not see the I did not see Mr. Harold anywhere. Left side. Oh. How did I not see that? Weird. I'm not sure what my eyes were doing there. Sometimes the things I do are just inexplicable, I think. Bone wand, don't need that. That was weird. I guess I wasn't looking. I mean, if Mosaic was still a thing. Martial arts, increased attack speed, magic find. Interesting. That's weird. Did you lose your Warlock torch? I did not. Still got her. D2 on psychedelics a bit overwhelming. I bet. I should have went back down to replenish all these charges, I guess, huh? We used a good weapon. Okay, I guess not. One-shot him, I guess. Always knew I was an opera fan. I mean, classical, I could get down with some classical. Opera, not so much. Only certain classical stuff, though. The super evil sounding stuff, and then, like, the obvious ones, you know. The ones everybody knows. Tempted to do Warlock on PA just to see how hard it is. Probably not very difficult. Especially if you have good gear. Probably not hard. Yeah, I could go do cows, couldn't I? Wait, where's the way? Not supposed to be over here. Oh, it's like, never mind. Yeah, Warlock, Wing Chun. Yeah, definitely. If you were on single player, bump it up to P7 for the whole time. Definitely would do that, I guess. This is definitely one of the builds that you could easily say, just go P8 all the time, yeah. P7, 8. $421. I may just... Let's see, where are we at here? Try to snipe some champs and stuff, maybe. Don't have too many more billions of hours to be on today. You went with Paladin since I a little burned out on the Warlock, says Subligaria. Reading skills struggling. Went with the Hammered in because you want more of a challenge than the Warlock. Nice. I'm a big fan of starting single player with the Sorceress. But yeah, can't go wrong with whatever you pick. Whatever you think's the most fun. Oh, sorry. I was trying to read in attack and everything was gone already. Oh, fine. Used all my tele charges, wasn't paying attention. How do you know if your demon has conviction aura? It'll have like a green aura around its feet. Like this one has a cold aura. You can see it's got the cold aura on its feet. It'll be a green conviction aura. You just gotta know what the conviction aura looks like, I guess. And it says or enchanted on it, but another maul, geez. I think I just won't pick that one up because I mean I've been finding so many of them. It is an ogre maul though, so. Yeah, David says Warlock doesn't need half the gear other key characters need to absolutely dominate. This is true. That is true. Warlock, you need essentially no gear. You just have to get to level 80 and then you just wreck everything. I could go ahead and do cows real quick, huh? Got 5 minutes? Sure. Oh, I didn't even come in here? Oopsie. Whatever. I don't feel like trying to run around and find all of the rows everywhere. We'll do the cows with this Arax needle, I guess. They can have a little bit higher life when they're terrorized, I guess. Also, I want to take out like the champ ones because they do a bunch to hurt you. Hurt your mercenary, really. Timer when the herald notification happens. No, so the herald, you get the ire from taking out champions, like the unique monsters and stuff, and then the herald actually spawns at a random time, not a random time, but a random event of monsters spawning into the game, like a group of like white monsters spawning into the game. That's why it seems sometimes like if you have like ire of the herald and then you jump into an area, 1 to 2 screens away from you, the herald can spawn when the monster spawns into the game. So that's why sometimes when you jump into a new zone, it spawns in 2 maps away from you, 2 screens, and that's why it seems like there's all these heralds like right when you jump into an area like that, because it spawns in so many monsters all at once. So yeah, you get the ire, you take out the uniques like that guy right there, and then you can pretty much just run around the map and to spawn in the guy if you really want to try to force spawn him like that. Alkingon. Like sometimes I'm not that I'm some Terror Zone Herald farming champion or something, but sometimes I'll get the ire of the Herald and then I'll leave areas that I hate unexplored intentionally. Like I'll jump back to the one that I pretty much always do it with is the Den of Evil. There's almost no champions in there at all. It's just all white monsters with just Hexfire at the end. Whatever his name is. So I usually leave that, and then when I get the ire one time, I'll just go there and teleport around the whole area, and then take him out real quick and leave, and just not even take out the other monsters. Just trying to force spawn a herald, you know, so. Was there a table for the level 1 herald drop rates? There is, but you probably don't want to see it. And so to be perfectly honest, what's that? The level 1 herald drop rates are so nothing that you might as well not even think about it. Got it almost all cleared. So the Herald, the one level 1, 2, and 3 Heralds, the drop rates from the one loot drop table is based upon Magic Find, and it's like very low. And then there's a secondary loot drop table for the tier 4 and 5 Heralds that combines with the... They have the same as the 1, 2, and 3 Herald drop table, and they also have another drop table that's based solely on players count. So yeah, it's like... So you kind of need to get the tier 5 Herald and have a higher players count. Show me the Hephaestus. I mean, it's cold enchanted first, so... Oh no, what am I clicking? Jeez, I almost... Online Herald farming P1 is low-key useless. Sorta. Like, you can find one, but, like... It can happen. I don't have it pulled up yet at the moment. Like, let's say you're a character, you're not going to go do the unlimited magic find thing. Because that takes, like, you know, that can take several minutes to try to set up, and they'll might fail, and you have to try to do it again. And let's say you have, like, 300 magic find on P1. I think it was something like you had to do 30 full game clears, like, on average. Maybe it was 27 to get a random Sunder Charm. No, it wasn't. Yeah, wait. No, it wasn't that high. No. Disregard the numbers I just said. So, if you're P1 the whole time... Actually, yeah, it might be. Something like 30 full game clears. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, or be like Smolps and find 2 Tyrael's Mites in the same day on ladder. You can also find Thunder Chimes that way. That is a way. But yeah, so pretty much you could be the person that instead of taking 30 full game clears, it might take you 60 full game clears. Because it's averages. You know, you could be on the high end or the low end. You could be the one guy that you're like, how did that happen? Who finds 2 one P1 Thunder Charms in, you know, a week. Terrazone's effect drops from chests. I think so. That one's hard for me to remember because I never think about it. But I think it does. Logan said he Googled how to find what are the drop rates for Bale Essences, and it said just farm Andariel because it's faster. Nice. That's funny. Yeah, don't even try. Is his cold aura just one-shotting everything? Is that what was happening? Kind of confused at what's going on there. Oh, maybe he was punching them and he was binding all their damage together. That's probably what was happening. I was like, how did that whole pack just get nuked like that? I mean, that's an option there, new dad. You could, yeah. You said you went Barb and you're going full support. You could do that. Find item barbs are actually mega helpful if you're in a party for trying to find the Thunder Chimes, because they get that second chance to find a Sunday from a Herald. You can find item the Heralds. Boy, this is unfortunate. Looks like I'm not gonna get to a tier 5 Herald in the first act. Never know though. If I complain enough, the game will hear me and it'll give me a herald here in a second. Didn't clear the whole area, but I didn't feel like looking around for for all the other stuff. Absolutely need a Horker, yeah. Definitely helps out. Cool. Yeah, why are you not cursing him, bro? Come on. Or just get real lucky. Yeah, let's jump down, whatever. Come on, give me some ire. Then I can force him in whatchamacallit. Oh, poor Merc. Oh, thought he'd be fine. Yeah, there is a recipe to replenish the charges, but I would have needed, like, so far this game, I would have needed probably 20 Ort runes to replenish, like, when you can just sell random things and you know. I think it's not really viable to use Ort runes to replenish your Telly staff all the time, but that's, you know, that's my take on it.
Good to see you.
Did first Ubers ever with Warlock Echo. Smiter better? No. Echoing Strike Warlock is way better than Smiter. Especially, I did budget gear, so it's definitely much faster than budget Smiter, yeah. So, Act 1's clear, except for the Den and the Bloodmore, I guess, but I don't feel like doing that. Marty, get him! Get him! No, but I'm gonna go ahead and hop off now. You know, I don't know. I should go to the gym, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have a little snack and go to the gym. I'm not sure. But either way, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for, we had some gifted Twitch memberships, Twitch subs, I guess, earlier. Thank you so much for those, and any of the super chats and things like that. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. It means everything. All y'all supporting the channel. Appreciate it so much, so much. So with that being said, peace out and keep slaying. Boom.